Oh, I was on mute. My bad. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Get on in here. Happy Friday. How's it going? Welcome in. You guys, guess what? Let me do my little thing. We're almost at 800 subs. I need to give all the new subscribers a round of applause for being here. Thank you so much. Come on. And make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all other things. Because we're going to get into it. You know what's been going on. You know why we are here. Turn this music down a little bit. Let me know if y'all can hear me loud and clear, y'all. I am having microphone issues. I can't use my big mic. So let me know if you can hear me well enough. Okay. I'll be getting a new microphone soon. It takes me a minute to decide sometimes because I want the best. You know what I'm saying? So come on in. Let me get this video queued up. I appreciate y'all being here. The Genius, I see you in the building. Welcome in. Who is this? Damn, you the dude. No shade over here. Listen, this is not a slanderous channel. We are just commenting on what we are observing amongst our content creator peers, right? And hey, they keep giving us the content, so what are we gonna do? You know, we gotta talk about it. And at the end of the day, we're here for Micca. Okay, justice for Micca. However, baby, baby girl, these interviews, I'm not sure if they worked in your favor, baby. If you was my homegirl, and y'all gotta understand, the way I'm speaking on this live is exactly how I would speak to them in person. These are my friends. Homegirl is looking bad. This. And the explanation tour is backfiring. So let's get into it. I won't do too much talking. I was tired as hell earlier. I had to get a little nap in after Lucky stream. Make sure y'all go back and peek the stream we did earlier. It was me, Lucky, and Fantasy. It was really fun, really cute. And we were talking about all of the things as well. We're going to go back. I know you guys have seen a lot of the interviews already, but y'all haven't heard my perspective. Okay. So let's get into the first interview. So we already know, right? The first time that she came out to address the whole Corey Holcomb thing, I thought that was the perfect response. She kept it cute. It was sweet. It was out the way. It was vague. And it was like just enough. But then you want to go and sit down on platforms and explain yourself, and it's making you look way worse. And now, within days, more things are coming out, more videos, more accusations. You guys, I found a video about her husband. Mind you, I was this week years old when I found out that Micca was married. I never knew that. He's been married this entire time. So now it looks even worse. It's getting worse. And then Anton's coming out. He's doing interviews, not making it any better at all, not having her back at all, not coming to her defense, shutting down any type of speculation that she could be somebody's side chick or not. He's just going with it. But we already know why that was. But let's go ahead and break down the first interview. And then we're going to get into the second interview with Tasha K. I know that it's behind a paywall, so we can only listen to the audio. And then we're going to get into Anton's interview. And we're just going to piece all these different things together. And at the end of the day, we're going to decide, was the clout worth it? At the end of the day, was it all worth it? Because people are saying, well, she'll be fine. She'll bounce back. It's fine. It'll be worth it. But why delete all the interviews of you and Anton then? Why alter pictures and do all of these things to make it seem like a thing isn't a thing? If it was all good, if it was all business. Come on now, Micca. But without further ado, go ahead and get into it. I'm starting it right when he starts asking the tough questions.
So again, that's why I have no problem with calling out, rhino Republicans, because there are plenty of Republicans that I don't like.
Yeah.
But
he's a conservative.
Other just ridiculous policies.
All right, so let's get into Anton Daniels. Here's my thinking. With your vast erudition or knowledge in politics, was that the connection or bond? Because as I understand, he's a conservative, and much of his rhetoric, if you will, is political.
Correct.
Is that fair to say?
That's fair.
That is fair. Was that the bond or the connection between you and Anton?
Absolutely. So I was a watcher of Anton's content way before, I actually knew Anton. So that is one of the bases of my connection with Anton, and also the financial conservatism too, because Anton knows a lot about financial decisions.
Okay, and how would you describe your political relationship with him?
Political relationship, what do you mean?
Yeah, so is it
So I know y'all have seen this. I know you've seen it. I know you've seen it. But I want to point out so many things that she did wrong in these damn interviews. And as a person that's in media, I'm very surprised at how she handles herself in this situation, because if you are intentionally going on these platforms to redeem yourself or to clear your name, you need to be coming prepared, sis. There was no preparation in this. And the very first question he asked, what's your political relationship? It should have been an easy question to ask. But because he used the word relationship, it threw her off.
Primarily the relationship or the friendship you have is primarily about politics?
Well, no. Well, the relationship that we have now is primarily business.
Or prior to, when you say now, there's an emphasis that maybe it was different prior to.
No, the only prior to is before I knew him.
Okay.
So before I knew him, of course, I'm a consumer at that point.
Yeah.
So I'm, looking at Anton, like I said, from the conservative politics and the fiscally conservative shows he used to have.
Yeah. And what was it that caught your attention to stay connected to the work that he does?
Before I knew him?
Yep.
Oh,
you said you was a consumer of his work. Yeah.
It would be like the Millionaire Morning Show. That's actually what I did watch. I didn't know Anton's other shows until we started working together.
Sure.
But the Millionaire Morning Show, it has, like I said, it has different components of news, financial information, politics,
sure,
and a little bit of pop culture, which is my lane.
Yeah, and even with that being your lane, how did the lanes collided, if you will? Meaning that at some point, either you reach out, you email, you DM, you say, hey, this is great work you're doing. It's something that I'm interested in knowing more about. How was that establishment?
So Anton reached out to me.
Sure.
And he asked.
Well, let me ask you this, just for clarity for the public. When you say he reached out to you, so if you're a consumer of his work, how does he know to reach out to you?
He doesn't know to reach out to me.
So how?
It just happens that, well, I watch a lot of people.
Sure.
Online, but it just happens that he emailed me. I have my email up on my Instagram. I have it up on my
Yeah, but that's what I'm asking.
YouTube.
How did he know? How did he establish connection with you to know to email you?
Well, from what he told me, somebody sent him my work. And so
Your work? Your work, Micca? Listen, I'm not saying that you don't do your thing in this space. You do. You do your commentary thing. But baby, we're going to wait because anyone with eyes can see why he reached out to you. And he actually confirms it himself. But we're gonna continue. This is why it's so bad. My biggest issue is that I fuck with Micca. I just felt this would have landed better if you just would have stayed authentic. Just keep it 100. You reached out to me about my work, or you probably thought I was cute and reached out to me to connect, because that's what he seems to do. Let's call a thing. But let's continue.
he wanted to work with me, so he emailed me.
Okay, so someone sent him your information, and then he decided to reach out to you.
Somebody sent him my content, and he decided to look me up. He got my email, send me email.
And if you can be transparent, what did he say in the email, or what did he say that established your interest to move to the next step?
Well, when I got the email, I already knew who Anton Daniels was because I'm watching Anton Daniels.
Yeah.
So he asked if I would be interested in doing an interview. I said, sure.
Okay. And the interview, does he normally invite guests to come on?
All the time.
Oh, he does? Okay.
Anton has like one-on-ones with pretty much anybody. If his audience finds somebody intriguing, which is how he found me in the first place, then he'll bring them on, or if he finds them intriguing.
That's cute. Intriguing or attractive? Okay. Intriguing or attractive. Let's look at the track record of the one-on-one interviews of women that he has had. How many one-on-one interviews he's had with men outside of Fleece Johnson, and what's the other guy name? What's the other guy's name, y'all? It was Fleece Johnson, and Anton did one with damn it, I can't think of the man's name right now. I can't think of the name. But what I'm saying is, to say that he reaches out to people that are just intriguing or has interesting commentary, and he does it all the time, cap.
Yeah. And then you establish this sort of cordial friendship, if you will. It's a friendship at that point because you weren't working.
No. So once I did after I did the interview.
That's who it was. Charleston White. That's what I was trying to think of. Outside of Charleston White and Fleece Johnson, who are two quite literally insane dudes with very crazy mindsets and perspectives, I wouldn't call them quality people to be interviewing. They're sensational, they say polarizing things, but those were interviews just for viral purposes, not because they had super interesting or intriguing things to say. That's just my only point. And the same goes with why he chooses the women to be on his platform as well. But let's keep going.
The interview did really, really well.
Okay.
Especially
and what was the
for
interview about?
Everything. Anton asked me stuff from relationships, like my thoughts on relationships, because Anton does relationship panels and all of these things. So from relationships to politics to whatever he can come up with.
So it wasn't really a targeted subject, if you will.
Nope.
It was just, I want to have you on and I want to interview you about whatever comes to mind or whatever he is interested in talking about.
Correct.
Some people would say that's a cake bake. Do you feel it was?
What's a cake bake?
A cake bake is when I have a sort of a hidden agenda, if you will, for reaching out to a specific person, sort of making you believe that it's one thing and it could be something else. I may have insidious characteristics. And then once I'm able to lure you in, if you will, I sort of cake bake that situation, meaning that now I have your attention and I have you a part of my space, if you will.
Well, I've never heard of that, but I mean,
that's why
that's what it was, though. And see, when a person reaches out to you and says, hey, let's do an interview, instead of saying just okay, why didn't you ask any questions? I know I did. A person reaches out to me and say, hey, let me interview you, or when you going to come to this city? Let's just say, I'm asking questions. Interview me for what? What are we talking about? What are we doing? Why? But see, when you are, I feel like when some people are very, I don't want to use the word thirsty, but just kind of striving for success by any means, you don't ask questions. You just align with people you think are super successful that can put you on without, you got your blinders on. And when you got your blinders on and you don't really see what's in front of you, now look where we are. You was too ready. He reached out to me and said, can I interview you? And you just said, yeah. Got him. Y'all, I'm sitting on some information. I don't want to get thrown in the mix. I don't want to get thrown in the mess. Because I have a story. Let's just say I was propositioned as well. I was asked as well. But you know why it didn't work out for me? I was asking too many damn questions. You know what? I got to really think about if I really want to share all of that with you guys, because it's not a real big deal, but it just goes to show what works on certain people and what doesn't. And then it also goes to show like what your intentions are as well. But let's keep going. I'm going off on a tangent. But let me know if y'all want me to share.
There could be people that can, but I can tell you right now, Anton was always like straight on forward, professional. Like there was really
no. I'm not questioning his character.
I'm just saying like there's nothing really that would fit into what you were, what you're describing. Yeah.
So to you, based on my definition of cake bake, inviting you to come onto the show to have a conversation about no particular topic, or at least a topic that he would serve as a prowess, did not feel like a cake bake.
No, because, and especially, and let's be clear.
How does that not feel like a cake bake, Micca? And he didn't even give you a topic to discuss. Baby. If he was just like, yeah, just let me interview you. Let's just vibe. That was a literal cake bait. He gave you no topic of discussion. Okay, we're going to be discussing this. I heard you do commentary on these few topics. I'm really interested in hearing your mindset. So we're going to be discussing these topics when I interview you. Here are the bullets. Here are the notes. Da, 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 da. What's up? This nigga just wanted to catch a vibe from the jump. And it's frustrating because, Micca, you knew this. You knew, baby.
Especially in the independent podcasting space.
Sure.
Some podcasters are, particular. You and I would be amongst the top, because a lot of them don't really have an actual angle.
Yeah.
They get around, they talk, they do this, that, and the third. So it's not uncommon that somebody might say, "Oh, I like what you said there. Hey, you want to come on?" And it might not be anything in my field or lane, but that doesn't stop them from reaching out.
And where's the show taped?
So he tapes in Detroit.
So he's in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to fly out to Detroit?
Correct.
Did he or the show pay for you to come out?
Correct.
And did they pay for your room and board as well?
Correct.
So you stayed in a hotel. Mm-hmm. Actually, let me pose that as a question. Did you stay in a hotel?
Correct.
You did stay in a hotel. And you stayed alone in a hotel?
Correct.
Okay, just because these are questions that have come in, so I just want to bring some clarity. At what point do you believe the public and other people started paying attention to your friendship?
I think probably when I started to actually be a regular.
Okay, so give us that timeline from when he flew you out, you participated as a guest, you're done with the show, you fly back home. At what point from that last time up until you became a regular were you in communication with him?
So,
like months?
So after I did the first interview,
sure,
probably maybe a couple of weeks after the interview aired and Anton could actually see how it was doing, I got a really good response from his audience. And so his audience decided, to people that don't know Anton, sure. Anton is a big advocate of what his viewers and his watchers think, his chat, all of that. He calls them his co-host. A chat is like Anton is a
advocate of, you were saying,
of listening to what they like.
I see. Okay.
So if they like this or that, he will pay attention to it, and he'll try to implement that in the show. So Anton watched how everybody, pretty much loved the interview. They're like this part about it.
Y'all, I don't have all day. But this is how you know we are. She was holding things back from the very beginning, because you got too much word salad just to directly answer a question. You're throwing in all of these different terms, saying all of these different words just to say one thing. Just answer the question, girl. Just answer the question.
We think she's smart. We like this. She's pretty, blah, 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 whatever. And so
people actually said you were pretty, because you are. Yeah. You're beautiful.
Thank
but
you.
But we used to work together, woman. Yes. So I know this stuff. But I just want to make sure that I'm really captivating the responses that the public wants. So people were saying, based on what he shared with you, that people said you were beautiful, you were smart.
Well, no, it's not based on what he was sharing with me. It's based on what's still on the page.
I see.
Yeah. So you can see that in the comment section. And of course, when it aired, you can see it in the chat.
Sure.
So you see all of these different things, and you're like, okay, well, if this is something that people are interested in, then I should explore more on it.
Okay.
And so Anton decided that he was going to revamp one of his channels that he canceled, called Fight Club or something like that. And he decided to make it like a nightly talk show.
Okay.
And when I guess he went on one of his live streams, and as the bag chasers, as they're called, what they thought, and a lot of them were, bring Micca. And so
you were heavily requested, your appearance.
Yes. And you can, and I tell people this all the time, with Anton, 99% of the things that he does is on camera.
Yeah.
So you can.
Yeah, we know. You do it with him on camera. And you're wondering why you're in the position you're in right now, babe. Like, you like the camera just as much as he does.
Go back and just look at the comments.
Yeah. I'm just curious, does he also recruit males?
Yes.
So So right now, the team is made up, if you will. So let me make sure I understand this. The show, which are you hired by him currently on a show?
Well, it's called Room 9 now, but at the time it's called After Hours. Mm-hmm.
So it's called Room 9.
Mm-hmm.
It was called After Hours. And how many regular guests or co-hosts decided to accept the offer, if you will? But what sealed it for you?
What sealed it is I had already started in,
Okay, y'all see this ring? Out of all my days of knowing Micca in this particular space, never once ever seen her wear a ring on a ring finger. And my thing is this, because she's going to get into it. Why hide the marriage? You don't have to overexpose the marriage, but baby, you were out here operating like you were not married at all. There was no mention of it. And I don't see how that could ruin your brand. Because there's also this talk of, well, saying that you're married or in a relationship in the space for women can hurt the brand. How? So you can't be honest and integral about your own relationship for fans, for subscribers? I don't get that part. You don't have to overexpose, but if you're married, you should honor that in any space that you're in. That's Anton's claim to fame. I'm a married man. I did it right. I did it at the beginning. I said this to him myself one day and said, if you didn't have your wife, you would just be another nigga on the internet. Even though we can clearly see he does not honor or respect his marriage. Clearly, this is no speculation. This is what it is. But he knows how announcing that he is married, it increases his value to people. Like I said, it's one thing to not overexpose, but you hiding, girl, and that just makes you look like, it just makes you look untrustworthy. It makes you look sneaky and weird when you don't have to. And now all of a sudden you want to wear a ring. Now all of a sudden you want to be this married woman. But now it's okay to talk about the marriage. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a bad case of the cleanup crew. It ain't working out.
My podcasting process. And while I was there, I just in that small day and a half window, I got to see Anton's work ethic.
Sure.
And I got to see what goes on behind the scenes in podcasting and what actually, how I can actually get to these numbers and, just things that a lot of people charge for.
Yep.
A lot of people sometimes, especially in Black and brown communities, don't want to tell, like it's some type of secret.
Yep.
Or somebody's gonna steal their job.
Yep.
And so I was able, to benefit from being able to see this firsthand. Mm-hmm. And that was something. And he was very open about showing me this or that and third, because it wasn't a sense of, oh, this is a threat if I tell you this, or you're going to tell other people.
Okay, so right here, she's just basically saying what solidified her working with Anton. Let's get to
unless you want to
the gravy, the fucking meat and potatoes of this shit.
Characteristic.
No, that's my.
Or
that's
you want to protect him?
That's
so
my
then
business.
How much?
That's my business.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, I've never inquired to the other hosts if they have it or not, because I really don't care.
Now, are you paid per episode?
No, I'm paid per month.
Per month?
Yeah, like YouTube.
Wow. How much does he pay you?
It depends.
The range.
It depends because we bring in a lot of super chats, which is extra money that the audience gives.
And that's the way he makes the money for the show?
No.
Okay.
YouTube has AdSense and he has sponsorships, things like that. So all of that is factored in, plus anything that the audience gives as well.
Sure. So how much does he pay you? We were just talking about that range. Unless you want to specifically say how much.
I'm not gonna give a specific.
Now I'll be honest. You asking me directly how much money I make in an interview. I don't know if that was the most professional question to ask. That's a little invasive. A little invasive. I don't know about that one. But we know she getting paid. That's what we do know. She getting paid to play. Whether she's getting paid to pretend like his side chick or not, she's getting paid to do something with that man. Oops. Oh, shoot.
Oops. Yep, with him.
There we go.
Political relationship. What do you mean?
Yeah. So how did characteristics, and then once I made
and
the show, which are you hired by him currently on a show?
On these numbers and just other posts if they have it or not, because I really don't care.
Now, are you paid per episode? Correct.
Per month. Just
per month.
Yeah, like YouTube.
Wow. How much does he pay you?
It depends.
The range.
It depends because we bring in a lot of super chats, which is extra money that the audience gives.
And that's the way he makes the money for the show?
No.
Okay.
YouTube has AdSense and he has sponsorships, things like that. So all of that is factored in plus anything that the audience gives as well.
Sure. So how much does he pay you? We were just talking about that range. Unless you want to specifically say
I'm not going to give a specific
because that's the NDA characteristic.
No, that's my
or
that's
you want to protect him?
That's
so
my
then how
business.
Much?
That's
I don't remember that part. He was on her ass. Oh my Lord. He said, "Oh, you can't reveal it because of that NDA, right? Oh, because you want to protect him, right? So then how much?" Damn. She said she back up a little bit.
My business mind sense because there are other people on that show. I do not know how much.
So then let's give a range. Because the range doesn't pinpoint the range.
That's why I said I can do the range.
Yeah, sure.
Pinpoint.
Sure. What's the range?
So I can.
You know what's so funny about this comment? I might have to share my story. Y'all. Get the likes up. Share the video. And I'm gonna share my story. Because I have a story to tell. And I'm ready to tell it. Okay. I ain't get blown out though. But we'll talk about it. Get the likes up. But this is a very funny comment. And no, that'll never happen though. Ain't no story lucky. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
Do a range of anywhere between 2 to maybe 35.
To what? I don't know. You said $2, $200.
To 35.
2,000
to 35.
To 3,500 a month.
Correct.
Okay, for your role.
I'm only on that show. So there are some people that are on 5 days a week. There are some people that are on 1 day a week. And for me, I'm only on Thursdays and Fridays.
Okay. So Thursdays and Fridays, you make a good amount of money just for Thursdays and Fridays?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Let's get to the meat and potatoes of what's been out there. Mm-hmm. So I understand that Anton is married. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you're married? Correct. Have you met Anton's wife?
Yes.
How would you describe her?
She's when I say probably one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. That lady is probably one of the nicest people I've ever met. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And has Anton met your husband?
In person, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Pay attention to the language. Absolutely not. Why? What is why all the drama? Absolutely not. Why not? She said it like, oh no, that could never happen. But as professionals, with a working relationship and you're being flown out here and there to do business, I would think it would be respectful for your husband to know that man, just off safety reasons alone. Whether he's going with you to these events or not, he needs to have a rapport with this man, no? I would think. You need to know something. But to say absolutely not, but then we get caught in a lie. Let's continue.
Has not met him in person. Has he met him over the phone or in DM? What other form of introduction when you say not in person?
Oh, because a lot of people.
Hold on now. Hold on now. Jazz is jealous of Micca, although I don't like Micca. Mr. Fantastic was right. Jazz jealous. Why would I be jealous of this? Micca is cool as hell. But why would I be jealous to be in a position like the one that she's in right now? The way y'all think that being near Anton just makes somebody, a big old star, and it's a weird thing. And then to pit women against each other. Mr. Fantastic is obsessed with Micca, a woman that he'll never be able to get. And he don't like me, right? He doesn't think I'm attractive, which is fine. Being attractive to people, that's subjective. But he likes to make it known and put it out there and reiterate it over and over again, and then want to pit me against this young lady here. There's no jealousy here, babe. I have no reason to be jealous of this woman. But why can't I comment like everybody else? I would never want to be in this position that Micca is in right now. I would never want to be in a position where I'm looked at as a side chick, as a married woman to a married man. Number one, I would never be flying out, hanging out, basketball games, such and such, as a married woman with a married man. I would never want to have to go on platforms and explain myself and my position because of the decisions that I've made with this married man. What's to be jealous of? I don't, where do y'all get that from? It's very weird what y'all think people should care about and be jealous about. What's going on, Papi Blanco? Don't come in here making noise. Just come in here and sit down and don't touch nothing. But yeah, let's go ahead and keep going. You said it wasn't coming worth responding to. Listen, you're right. But that's what people keep saying. It's a very weird thing. You're just jealous that you're not the one known as Anton's side chick. What? Okay.
People assume that when you have to see people, it has to be in person, or that if you don't meet them in person, then it's something or whatever. So
I'm saying, what's the form of communication? That he met your husband?
they don't have a form of communication where they talk back and forth.
Yeah. But you said he did not meet your husband in person.
No.
Is that to imply that he met him virtually?
No.
So he's never met your husband?
No.
And why is that?
So has Anton ever met your husband in person? Absolutely not. So first, you made the claim as if they didn't meet in person, but they have met before. Now, it's actually no, they've never met. You see, Micca, how it's just like you're losing credibility the more you keep talking. I hate to say it, sis. It's just some things that you should have just kept to yourself. Because he just caught you up right there. It should have been no, they haven't met before. And I don't think they ever will. Done.
No particular reason.
Sure.
Just I've never had to actually do anything where my husband was there. And so if he's there, like if my like when we work together, is here, so my husband's come here. But
when we first met and worked together,
we were in person as well.
Your husband came.
Yeah, but we were here in the DC area. Yes, my husband came.
Yes.
So again, if he was here, then yes. But most of my business dealings, and if not all, I usually have a manager or somebody else deal with that. So that's the reason why I it's not a thing. But I talked to my husband about it.
How long have you and Anton been business partners or friends?
We're business partners. And
so you're not a friend, because I don't want to provide language that's inaccurate.
That's why I changed it.
Yeah.
We're business partners, absolutely.
You're not friends.
No.
Okay.
Friends.
Girl, Micca, baby. It's the flat out bold-faced lie for me. Even when we first started reacting to this whole situation, when it first came out that you were the woman that was with him at the Corey Holcomb show, my first response was, ain't that his friend? Don't they be at the games together? That's his homegirl, ain't it? You're trying to not make yourself look worse, but you're making yourself look worse by not keeping it real, Micca. You could literally just say, yeah, we had a friendship. I could say that. He's cool. I could consider him that. But you're evading and dancing around when you clearly are revered, especially by Anton, as his friend, his chick, that he thinks is just so beautiful and holds him down and da-da-da-da-da. The reason why this whole situation is worse for Micca, I think, is because she's not being authentic. Just be honest, because the lies are crumbling as you say them in these interviews, because these interviewers are not letting up on you. And now, here we are Friday. This was what, a few days ago? Here we are Friday. Now we know for sure. Mostly, if not everything you said was a lie, homegirl. And I hate that for you. I hate that you were put in a position to have to lie like that, because that nigga Anton didn't come to your rescue. He left your ass for dead. And I just hate that you made choices that you thought were the best for you. So you can't be faulted for that. But now, when we clearly see something other than what you're making it seem, when you're being asked about, you're not being truthful. So now it just makes you look like you can't be taken seriously. And I think you deserve to be taken seriously, Micca.
This would imply that we hang outside of business.
Not necessarily. Well, yes, correct.
Yeah, like
outside of business.
Yeah,
correct.
like not we were, me and you were shooting here, and then we just get something to eat afterwards, but we are doing business.
Yes.
I'm saying, hey, are you up? Are you available today? Or you want to go out to the blah blah blah?
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Do you believe it was important at some point for you to introduce your husband to Anton?
Yeah. Because
I'm sure his wife thought.
All right, real quick, I'm reading the comments. Y'all, thank you so much. Make sure you hit the like. Thank you for being here. Make sure you share, you like, subscribe. Let me do my little banner real quick, just for a little second. But I want to address this comment real quick, because y'all seem to have this idea that where is it? Here we go. So Kenny, thank you for being here and thank you for engaging, regardless of how off you are. But to me, He says, to me, Jazz is more attractive than Micca by far, but I'm just calling out that Jazz got her spot taken by her on Anton's panel. I never had a spot, y'all, on Anton's panel. I was on there pretty frequently at a time on Monday nights, but I still did not consider that a spot. Like, I'm secured on this panel. I'm an ongoing regular panelist. No, I would get asked every now and again. He's switching panelists around like Destiny's Child. You know what I'm saying? Q, she just would hit me up every now and again and ask me to come on. Y'all stop creating these narratives that I'm mad because, oh, he took my spot. Somebody took my spot. Now I'm mad. There was no spot ever secured. I was just on there sometime. And because Anton and I are both passionate about our views, we clashed a lot. And that brought more views to his platform. So of course, he don't give a fuck about this shit for real. He liked the drama. So of course, I'm being brought back. I'm being asked to come back. But stop creating narratives that motherfuckers is fighting for spots to be on Anton's show. as if I asked to be on there. I was approached. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not that deep. And I'm not taking shots at Micca. I'm calling a spade a spade. If Micca was sitting here with me in my crib right now over some wine, it will be the same conversation. Because it ain't no reason to lie about what the fuck I see. And I don't have nobody is above reproach. But anyway, I just want to clear that up. Jazz never had a spot. I was just on there sometime. Okay? Thank you.
It was important to meet you.
So I can't speak on what it's
right,
like,
correct.
But the one time that I would have is when we had an event here, but he had to work. So, yeah. I mean.
But have you made it a concerted effort to make it happen? We do what we want to do, when we want to do it, for whom we want to do it for. And if something is really important.
Exactly, Lucky. Exactly. And that is why you got to be more careful. You got to be more careful. I peeped that shit a long time ago. The way that he would flirt with the girls around him, have girls in his studio and shit. Like, oh, he liked to look like he pimping. Let me make sure I'm very intentional about how I engage with this person. Because this could never be me. I don't need to put on for content. I can't do it. But because Anton is the type of person, in my opinion, if he can't see a way to use you, you're not coming around. So of course he only wants beautiful women around him because it makes him look better. He knows the value. But not only does he want them around, but he wants to make it look like he has access to them physically. He has said this multiple times before. And I could never go. I could never go.
Important to you and your family, either on your end as a wife, you absolutely make a concerted effort for this man, or
go ahead.
Or Anton, as a man, says, I want to meet your husband just because you're married, and I don't want any messaging or anything else to be misconstrued by him or the public. So it's
no, Anton's never going to do that. He has said that before. You can't bring your man around Anton. And she knows that. And my thing is, after this whole Corey Holcomb thing, the way that he still tried to use you and make you look crazy as hell, never came to your defense, I would have aired that nigga out. It would have been no more protecting Anton. No, Anton told me he don't like meeting people's spouses. He don't like being around other men like that. Nah, I couldn't make no effort because he wasn't interested in meeting my husband. He just wanted to meet me. Call a spade a spade. say the thing, because that's the truth. That's the honest to God truth. You don't want to meet y'all husbands and boyfriends. What benefit is that? He want to feel like your boyfriend when he around you. He said himself, your pussy got to be on the table a little bit to be his home girl. He said that shit. So of course he don't want to meet your man. Because your man ain't going for that. You think Ed's gonna get on the phone with your husband? Yeah, I'm gonna fly her out. We probably gonna get some drinks. No, he's sneaky. Or at least he tried to be. And the way Micca moved, it just kind of made her look a little sneaky too. So for me, I would have just said it. No, he ain't want to meet my man. He don't like that. I would have told it all. Fair
that I introduced myself. Has that conversation happened?
No, that conversation has not happened. And I understand what you're saying. My thing, again, my business dealings is normally with me, my manager, things like that. But it's not without my husband knowing. So everything that I do, every place that I go, everything that I'm going to be doing, my husband knows. And I have to actually talk about it with him, tell him what I'm doing, things like that.
How did you reassure your husband this was strictly business? Like if my wife is flying to another state,
because of
at some point I'm going, or I need to meet this person in person. And it doesn't matter to me if he's single or married. It doesn't matter to me if he feels that he wants to meet me. I want my wife to be very committed and loyal to the idea of her business engagements. I should be comfortable with as a husband. Do you understand?
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying.
Sure.
But my thing is, I think a lot of people sometimes misconstrue is this. You guys separate for some reason, independent from like big conglomerates, right? So if there's a person that has a business, it automatically changes from if Disney calls you, right? Because there have been other things that I have done as far as movie sets and other things that my husband has not gone to. Mm-hmm. And nobody would bat an eye if I'm talking to the director or if I'm going.
Well, yeah, that makes sense, Micca, because Anton is not a big conglomerate of business. He's literally a social media content creator. He's literally just a social media content creator that is super popular and has mastered, YouTube in this space, if you will. So it's a little bit different when just a guy that's commentating on different topics on the internet is asking to fly another man's wife out, as opposed to you taking a gig with Disney or Viacom or whatever like entertainment industry you want to think of. But yeah, you're going to ask a little bit. I mean, you should ask questions regardless, but you might ask a bit more questions when it's just a nigga that's just trying to fly you out.
Going to meet, for a shoot for this or that. Your spouse is not always coming. And so I think the notion that just because is this person, and I understand that people have their own thoughts and perceptions of people, but I think a lot of the times when it comes down to people who are in independent media, they think it's more of a personal level, and still it's business.
Yeah. But I think what people may feel befuddled or confused by is at some point you put the business aside when rumors are brewing, when images are plastered all over social media.
Now you're talking about a year later.
Okay, so before a year later, let me ask you this. Has there ever been a concern from your husband about your relationship, business relationship with Anton?
I want to pause it right here. He said something very important to me. He said, when do you put the business to the side when there are images coming out that are basically negative impacting your reputation and your marriage, to put the rumors to rest? You never did that. You never did that. You never protected your relationship. Why? For clout? For opportunity? Is that more important?
My business relationship, absolutely not.
Has
Because
there ever,
because one, he can watch it. Like, he can literally sit there and watch it. And then two, if he has a concern or anything he wants to know, I just tell him.
has he ever been incredulous?
What
Like
do you mean?
skeptical?
What?
Yeah, has
With
he
what,
been
though?
with your flying out there, or depending on how long you stay, or just the mere fact that I never even met this person? Has he just had that sort of incredulity, if you will, about not meeting your male business partner?
So I think he would like to be, more involved with coming out there. But again, and you know what my husband does for a living.
Sure.
So it's not feasible.
No, it's
Just lying. Exactly.
feasible, because here's how I see it.
It's feasible. Just lying. So now, because he works, he can't ever meet Anton on any level. Just admit that nigga didn't want to meet your husband, and you are okay with him not meeting your husband, sis. Let's speed it up though, y'all. My mama in here, Lucky in here. She said we gotta speed it up. I gotta listen to the queen.
If Anton has to get on an airplane,
But I can talk directly to you. So I can talk directly to Anton. So being that I can talk directly to,
Let's get to this part, and then we're gonna switch it over.
flirted with me as a
Here
sense.
we go.
I think people get a sense of that. Well, because you can do that, then now it's something more happening if you go meet with this person.
Yeah.
Versus looking at it still the same. Yeah, this is not a big corporation, but this is still business, and this is still a person that is going to be employing me, contracting me, whatever. That still has to happen. If I was flying to Disney has to pay for my room and board.
Yeah.
Disney has to do this, that, and the third. And so again, I think because it's a singular person that is easy accessible per se.
That's right. Yep.
Now it's a different notion. Well, this must be for this, instead of looking at it as business.
So let's call a thing, if you will. And I want to really drive it home. Has Anton ever flirted with you?
Flirted with me as a sense of what? Just
No.
This pissed me off, y'all, because it's a very direct question, and all you have to do is directly answer it. My phone's still going off. All you have to do is directly answer the question. Has Anton, because that's how he's saying his name, has Anton ever flirted with you? The answer is absolutely fucking yes. Ma'am? Hello? Hello? This nigga flirt like that's part of his brand. It's part of his brand to flirt with y'all. I'll never forget, y'all. I would be sitting on that panel, and I'm sitting back and I'm listening to him as he's talking to some of these women. I'm just like, ain't this nigga married? Why are you flirting blatantly, loudly, flirting with women on that platform? You should have been like, hell yeah, he was. Yeah, hell yeah, he did. He has. He's a flirt. That's how I would have answered it. He's a flirt. He's a flirt. He flirt with everybody. Why are you still protecting him in this moment? After this, if you talk about this again, Micca, you should not be trying to save this man no more. flat out. Keep it real, keep it authentic, and tell the truth about how he get down. Okay? That's gonna be your redemption. Okay? The nigga is a flirt. Call a thing a thing. And you sitting here saying, when you say flirt, what do you mean, Micca? You know what he meant, girl. And you know that it's true. You know that it's true. Child, that really bothered me because it's like you didn't have to lie about that. Like you said, we can all go and look at the tapes. We can all run the tapes back and go look at the footage of him blatantly flirting with you, my girl. It should have been, hell yeah. Nigga was flirting.
Just naturally, like we're sitting here, or because.
What does that mean? Just naturally, like we're just sitting here, just naturally. What does that even mean? Just naturally, like we're just sitting here. A flirt is a flirt is a flirt is a flirt is a flirt. A flirt is a flirt. What the hell, Leonte, does that even mean?
Because I'm gonna explain.
Well, I don't want to get into wordsmithing.
No, there's no wordsmithing.
Yeah, okay.
The reason why I'm asking.
Because then I want to talk about some pictures too.
No, yeah, okay. I got you. But the reason why I'm asking is because there's two different things, right? So Anton does things for content, and then there's things that Anton would do if we're just sitting here.
Okay.
So if you're saying personable,
and what does that say about Anton? There are certain things that Anton will do for content. I don't get these performative acts that y'all say some people do just for content. So you mean to tell me the only way for you to get some content, the only way for you to become successful in this YouTube business is that you have to perform like you're a cheating ass married man, even when you're really not? You got to pretend to be flirting with bitches. Even when you really, you know what I mean? Like, it's just for content. That's corny as hell to me. I'm sorry. Why you just can't keep it real? Why you just can't be real? Why do you have to be salacious and scandalous? And looking like you don't have any respect for any other women that's in your life, not for your wife, not for these women on the panelists. Because if you knew that Micca was also married, why the fuck are you flirting with this married woman on camera? That's disrespectful, Christian man. I'll never understand that. Well, he doing it, you know, because I've heard a lot. I watched a lot of commentary on this situation, and I've heard some people say things like, "Y'all don't even know, you know, Anton and Rita just getting the checks, and y'all crashing out, and she probably don't even care. She getting money. There's no way in hell that I will be okay getting money at the expense of the integrity of my marriage. I don't give a damn. Why we gotta go that route for a check? Why I gotta be out here looking stupid for us to get a check? Because yeah, his wife is looking stupid. Micca is looking stupid. Anton is looking stupid. Everybody look dumb. And it's all performance for algorithm viewerships and clicks and subscriptions. Like, it's too much. It's too much. I don't get that. I don't get that part of this game. I can't perform. I mean, I'm a performer, as y'all know. But even on stage, I'm not. That's real. There's levels to the personality. We can say that. But to say, oh, he only be flirting with me for content. He only be flirting with me because that's good for content. Why? Why would you allow that to happen? Anyway.
If me and Anton was just sitting here, no. Now, if you're talking about for content, when we're doing the virtual rooms and things for the show, Anton has said multiple things. So that's why I asked which one are you talking
So
about?
let me hear a few of the multiple things that he said that was a flirt.
What people would consider if he's, saying,
Not people, what you considered as a flirt.
I would say probably if he's
stumbling. Girl, I would say everything that he says to you, maybe. Literally. The way that he refers to you, the way that he speaks to you.
Like, oh,
make my hair hurt.
Micca, you're so sweet, or you're so cute, right? But the problem that I have with it is because I know he's doing it for content, right? And he's not actually talking to me. However,
but he's using you. She's saying, oh, he's not actually like saying he really thinks that I'm beautiful. He's not really talking to me. He's talking at me for content purposes. This is all for the audience. It's not really flirting with me. Girl, bye. He flirts. He flirts, especially with women that he is super attracted to, which is you, mama. And you know this. You know this. Micca, you're not dumb because you know that your looks can get you very far. You know that. Any woman who is self-aware knows that she can leverage her looks. It shouldn't be the only thing you're leveraging, but Micca, you know, he's going to flirt with you because he wants to fuck. If he hasn't already, I hope to God that he didn't. But after what I just saw, that new video that came out, I don't know. I don't know anymore. And God damn it, I'm disappointed.
However, I will say what I probably should have paid more attention to is the fact that people take content as real life instead of just content, right? Because I come from a world where I know entertainment is entertainment, and people say this and that, with reality shows, all of that is just for entertainment. And they go, the cameras cut off and they don't really hate each other. They talk to each other.
But has he said those things to you privately?
No, and that's why I asked
It's all been on the show?
Yes, that's why I asked you the difference. And that's why I wanted to make that distinction. Because if I just said, he said this word, you would probably think it's just because we're sitting here. That's why I said, no, he has done it for content while we're all, and mind you, he says it to not just me, other women on the panel.
And how did you feel when a married man said that to a married woman?
Exactly.
Again, at first,
she didn't feel no way. She didn't feel no fucking way. She liked that shit. I'm sorry, Micca girl. You were okay with it. You didn't feel no way. You okay? She wasn't taking it back. She wasn't. Hold on, asshole. Hold on. No. Because I'm telling you right now, every time he even tried, just even act like he wanted to fuck me, he gave me a compliment one time. I was like, please stop. Please stop, sir. Yes, I know I'm cute. That's enough. That's enough. But you eat it up. How the kids do? You eat that shit up. And that's okay, but just keep it a buck, Micca. Damn.
Because you don't understand,
who doesn't understand?
Meaning, well, I'm talking about myself.
Yeah.
So again, being on YouTube, when you don't understand certain bounds of YouTube panels and things like that, people on panels say all types of egregious stuff or whatever to get reactions from the crowd, right? And so you might personally take stuff a certain way when they were just doing it as a reaction to get people in the crowd.
And so how did you feel?
I didn't feel a certain way. I didn't say anything because I was a little off-putted. But once I understood what he was trying to do, I'm like, okay, well, you can't say this and that and the third. It's okay if you're like, okay, I have beautiful women on my panel. That is fine, right? Because people can acknowledge that people look nice and things like that. But it's when it becomes personalized that it looks funny to the audience.
How does his wife feel? Has his wife Rita ever expressed to you her disdain, or have you heard her discuss something with him about her disapproval of saying that to you on a show? Even because
go ahead.
Well, let me just say this just before you answer. I think
let's fast forward, y'all. I hope y'all enjoying the show so far.
Was he expounding?
I'm not trying to do too much talking. Thank y'all for being here. For real. Get the likes up, share, like, and subscribe, please. Let's keep it pushing, because I really want to get into the next few videos with that.
On
flirt.
On the certain.
Let's see. Let's get into when he asked her about these pictures.
I say, and you did say he doesn't say that.
No.
Right. And I didn't want to put words in his mouth, but I wanted to be clear. So let's go to the picture.
Okay.
Tell us about this. How did this happen?
So this was the day that we did the interview. So the show did an interview, or just you and him? This was my interview day.
The first day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
So this is my interview day. Because you can go and you can see the outfits, the same outfit, same everything. Now, what he is doing here is he had already a business meeting set up there. So there is.
That's what he told you.
No,
correct?
That's what happened.
No, I'm not saying that's what he told you as if that was a cake bake. He told you he had a business meeting and you were invited.
No.
Okay.
So again.
So what was it? How'd you end up at the business meeting if you wasn't invited to be there? I just want you to know, Micca, if you're watching this, which you probably are, please understand, because I know we've talked on the back channel. You have definitely supported me on my journey. But if you decide to speak on this again, just tell it all. Because you're dancing around the truth and we can see right through it. We can see right through it.
Back there, probably like on the first level there is a area where if you have, your high roller seats and things like that, you, I don't know what they call it there in Detroit, but here in DC, they call it maybe the Ultra Club and things like that, where all the people that have club seats, things like that. Yeah, you have, of course, conference rooms, other things up there. And back there is where he
again, all of this explaining. Like she's trying to explain, like, come on, it's not outlandish to take a business meeting in different settings. You could take business meetings at court games. Yeah, we get that. But why were you there? Why were you there? You don't have to explain that you can have business meetings at different places. We know that. Anybody that does business understands that. But why were you there?
At his meetings. He met a couple of high profile people. They were talking about sponsorships. They were talking about interviews, a whole lot of stuff.
No, I still don't think you answered the question. What I'm trying to
get at, what was I doing there?
How did, because I said he had a business meeting and invited you, and you said no. So you didn't fall out the sky. They didn't open up the dome and you came down on a harness into the meeting. So what I'm saying is
hold on, ask your actual question.
So this is what I'm saying. The interview is over. The one-on-one interview is over. Correct?
Correct.
What?
And you know what, the genius? That's why Anton brought her there for sure. That's why Anton brought her there for sure. Because Anton needs external validation. And he doesn't think he could get that kind of validation with his own wife. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. And that's a real thing. Beyonce said it. You know, you take me just to compliment the deal. That's a good look. Let me upgrade you. Yeah, he used you to try to upgrade himself. And I don't understand how you couldn't see the play.
Does the conversation sound like to invite you to come here?
Okay.
Because I said you were
Okay.
invited and you said no.
Okay. So no, that's not what I said. But
We're going to play it back.
Nevertheless, so again, he had business meetings there, and he said, well, I got a couple meetings at the game, and these people, I think.
And I bet you them meetings ain't never happened, bro. That's a good alibi. We had a meeting at the Pistons game.
It will be good for you to meet. I said, sure.
And you were the only one from the team that went, or were there other people? I know you were the only interview.
I wasn't at a team then.
No, I'm saying the interview was his staff, his production. Like you have camera people, producers, etc. So the production is over. Did he not only apprise you that he was going and invited you, were there other production people?
Well,
because we all have gone out together after production.
Correct.
Yes.
Well, again, you have production people and everything and all that other good stuff. Anton does everything himself.
Yes.
And I do mean all of it. Unless sometimes, like if he has something else going on, there may be another person there because they maybe have to help him with something else. But if it's only like one thing that he's doing outside of his own videos,
sure,
it's only him.
So his wife wasn't there?
At this one, no.
Right. So you flew out for an interview. Mm-hmm. You went to his studio or place of production. Mm-hmm. Y'all did an interview, and it's just you guys. Correct.
So I flew to Detroit. Got to the hotel. Okay. Got to the studio.
He booked a hotel for you. The location.
Correct.
Okay.
Got to the studio. His wife came past the studio. That's when I first met her.
Sure.
But she did not stay.
Okay. Let me ask you this, and I'm not trying to be too investigatory, but it
That's the hell you are.
Foundation. How far is the hotel from the studio and from his?
That doesn't matter. We know it's close enough for Anton to have access to. So let's keep it pushing. I want to get to the second photo he speaks on, then we're gonna play.
The game. Said there maybe about 10 minutes.
Of her review.
The quarter ended, went right back to the back.
Okay, and was his wife invited with you guys to the business meeting?
I don't know if she was invited or not.
What?
Of course she wasn't.
That person that is the business entity.
All right, let's fast forward. Get the likes up. Appreciate you all.
I'm
Friday night.
I'm feeling you because
we boogie on down. I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here. I'm rested. All right. So let's go.
Okay, let's
hold on. No, hold on.
Is that fair?
That's fair.
Next picture. I was flabbergasted by this picture.
Okay, tell me why.
Because there's no way my wife would be physically touching, leaning on a married man, leaning on a single man, leaning on another man in a way that's...
Now, there is new evidence that has come out that has confirmed that the picture that she gave to the Talk Perspective for this interview has been altered. The picture has been altered, ladies and gentlemen. She edited out that man's hands around her waist. God damn it, Micca. You're not beating the allegations. You're not beating them. And you're just losing credibility at every single turn. I know you're not a liar like this, G. You can't be this bad at it. And my thing is, if it's all business and it's all innocent, what was the point of photoshopping out the hand? Photoshopping out the fingers? If it was also business, First of all, that ain't even no business like pose, nigga. You're pressing your titties on this man. He's pulling you in close. If this was professional setting, we standing like this next to each other. You know, one of these that you said, oh, come on now. And then you want to Photoshop some shit out, girl. You're guilty. You're guilty. Damn it.
Suggest, I'm feeling you. I like you. This is really some sort of.
Why do you think that says I'm feeling you?
Even if it doesn't say I'm feeling you, I don't want my wife.
Why do you think?
Yeah.
Why do you think that suggests that I'm feeling you? Because
okay, let's
hold on. The reason why I'm asking you, the reason why I'm asking you is I have tons of pictures of our former
girl, baby girl. What about that picture makes it look like you're feeling him? Excuse me. Excuse me. Stop asking silly questions, Micca.
Co-host.
Yep.
With the same lean, everything.
But here's the difference.
Hold on.
Yes.
And that person is also a male. All right. And we have a working relationship, and it's the same exact type of picture.
But here's the disrespect. Here's the disrespect. This is a married man that you are physically leaning into.
I'm not leaning into.
That to me.
I'm not leaning into.
To me,
I'm not leaning into.
There's space there.
Here's
girl. You're leaning. Let's pull it up. Micca, baby. You leaning on, y'all are leaning. This looks like a couple's photo that y'all took at some family function. You're leaning into him. He's leaning into you. 100%. You gotta stop lying. If you want redemption, stop lying. It should have been a straight up, you know what? Yeah. That picture does give like more than friends, more than homies, or at least we want to be more than friends, more than homies. Them niggas' fingers were right here. If you see it on my background, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Let me, we ain't even gonna do all that right now because I don't want to mess it up. But on my thumbnail, you can see his hands literally wrapped around your waist, ma'am. What's disturbing to me is that I think you believe your own lies. And I don't like that. You've told yourself like, oh yeah, no, this was innocent. A married woman and a married man can lean into each other, yearn and lust for one another, and it's fine. It's business. I wish my nigga would. I wish my nigga would. Excusez-moi. No, baby girl. No, stop. Micca, if you don't take anything away from this experience, never lie again. Never lie again. Because now they didn't because of the lies, they digging all in your shit now. You're being overly exposed. Now we know who your husband is. Now we know you've been in hotel rooms. Nigga, come on. My God, today.
My perspective of it. There's a gap between it, but I'm looking at how you have a smile on your face. This is just my perspective. Your eyes look seductive. Just my perspective.
Right.
And your arm is relaxed on his upper shoulder.
Correct.
And I would never imagine a married woman leaning on a business male partner that way. That to me is inappropriate.
Now, wait a minute now. It's been confirmed that this picture was taken by Rita. Okay, let's say that was true. That don't mean a motherfucking thing. That don't mean shit. Rita, I just wish, now, if anybody needs to be talking, it's Rita. Understand what I'm saying? Because just because she took that photo, that could be part of the play. We don't know what Rita has to do to help Anton keep up his image. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know if he's forcing her hand. He's forcing her hand to make her do certain things to maintain the image that he's making. And that's scary to me, because just because she took that photo, it doesn't make it any less worse to me, in my opinion.
Yeah, okay. That's if you were my wife, okay, I would have a serious problem. My problem would be so serious, you would have to probably extinguish your contract with him.
Okay.
Just because, and I will also feel a little uncomfortable that this gentleman obviously did not either push you away or suggest that we shouldn't take this type of picture. I've never met your husband. I fly you out here once or twice. This is this may not be the first time. So which point was this? Not that it matters if it was the third time, the fourth time.
This is the second time.
Goodness, the second time.
This is the second time I'm.
You say, "Oh goodness!"
Not the second time I'm dealing with Anton.
Okay, so what's and it doesn't matter to me, but what's that gap between?
Would you say, Leslie, Rita is the real puppeteer, high key? Y'all think so? Y'all think Rita is like running this whole thing, running this whole play, setting him up with the girls, letting him be with the girls, taking pictures of it? Really, that would be a very interesting twist. That would be a very interesting turn of events if Rita is like, yeah, this is what I had my man do to get a bag. I help him look like he's cheating on me. I help him look like he disrespects me. I allow him to refer to me as his chick. Maybe the bag is big enough. Maybe. But that's also weird. Some things, like, all money ain't good money. And if we got to be out here performing at the expense of ourselves and our reputation, I don't get it. But hey, I hope she is. I hope this is the truth. I hope she is sitting cozy, watching the whole show go down, and is not hurting behind any of this. I really hope so. I really hope so. I really hope she's like at the bank. Because if not, I don't know what to say about it. Because I've heard some theories. I heard a theory that damn near Rita can't leave. It's all speculation. It's all speculation. A word on the internet street is that she can't leave because allegedly he has her, credit all fucked up. He, has money and all type of stuff tied, connected with her that she can't even afford to leave if she wanted to. Allegedly. So I hope she's getting something out the game. Because according to that little conspiracy theory, she can't go nowhere. She got to deal with this. And let me tell you something. Men like Anton, make sure you cannot leave easy. Okay? He is the type of man that would not allow you to just leave him. He has to be the one to let you go. and he would do any and everything to keep you attached to him. So it makes it harder for you to leave that man. Trust me when I tell you. Trust me when I tell you. I didn't seen this play before.
The first time you're there, he takes you to a business meeting at a basketball game, and you guys are sitting on the floor like you are
that we're working together. And it's not like that.
Well, that's not working together.
No, go back to what you just said.
Is that working together?
No. Go back to what you just said.
Which part?
It's not that. No, you said a couple.
Well, pick one.
No, you said sitting on the floor like you are a couple.
Yeah, listen. I'm not.
But you're interjecting your own thoughts, especially.
I'm giving you my perspective.
But your perspective is after I told you. So to put something else there.
Okay, I see. That's fair. Okay, so I think that's a fair point. I don't want to spin it. What I want to say is messaging, imagery is critical because imagery is messaging.
Correct.
And a lot of times on a Jumbotron at a game, we often see couples, whether you're high up or you're on the floor. A lot of times when people are on the floor, you see.
Do you sit at the game?
Do I sit at the game?
Correct.
Yes.
Do you sit at the game on the floor?
I have.
No. Do you all the time?
No.
Okay. All right. So who have you met at these games on the floor?
This is my show now.
What difference does it make? Because according to your story, Micca, y'all was just on the floor for like 10 minutes, allegedly. Y'all say y'all just came and sat down on the floor to take a picture, and then y'all went up to whatever meeting that supposedly went down. So now you're making it like, well, you don't know. You don't get it because you're not on the floor. So you don't know why we're on the floor. You don't sit on the floor like us. Who do you meet on the floor? Apparently you ain't meet nobody either. The story is all over the place. Why are you grilling him about where he sit at these damn basketball games? Because he grilling you on why the hell you with this married man on floor seats. And now you want to make it seem like, well, that's what successful people do. That's what successful people always do. They sit on the floor and they meet. But according to you, y'all met somewhere else in the building. Y'all just went and took a photo and dipped, right? That's why I said, baby, you shouldn't have did this. you shouldn't have did it. It's backfiring hard. And I don't like it.
Yours, I'm not answering the question.
Oh, okay. And the reason is I get you.
Your show that we can get into that.
However, but the reason I asked you is to give perspective, right?
Yes.
Because what I found, because I'm usually in the skybox.
Yes.
When I'm here in DC, I'm in my box. I don't like to be down on the floor. That's not my thing.
Sure.
On the floor, there are family members there. They are some of those people. A lot of them are like business seats.
Yep.
So anybody from these law firms, offices, are down there on the floor.
Yeah.
That I've never.
But that's not why you was down there on the floor, Big Meek. You wasn't on the floor for business. That's what he's getting at. He was parading you around that stadium, trying to impress you. Yeah, Micca, come on down to the floor. Let's take a picture. Let me show you something. Let me show you what I can do. Watch this. Let's go ahead and down on that floor. Get you a nice little picture where you seated on the floor seats, courtside, because this is going to be a good look for you and me. You weren't there for the reasons you're trying to explain right now, girl.
Ever known who sits down on the floor because I don't care and I don't sit there, right? But by being there, I found out who was actually down there, family members, business partners, all of that. That's why I met.
Listen,
hold on.
Yes.
So again, I'm not disputing your perspective as far as people that don't know.
Yeah.
Right? That's fair. But this is the thing. This is the problem with lying.
you gotta do too much thinking when you're trying to answer regular questions. You're doing all this mental gymnastics to try to answer a very simple question because you can't be authentic in your response. So now you're just saying words that don't matter. Y'all, let's keep it pushing. I'm over this shit. You've seen it already. You can go and check out the talk perspective if you want to see the whole thing full out. But it was a mess. This first press tour that she went on, this first press junket right here, bad. You said you had a manager, baby. Where's your PR? Where's your PR team? Because they should have prepped your answers. Okay? You went in there very green. So let's see.
Actually, that he was going to go to different locations. Cool. I am the only person on Anton's program that is an actual content creator, not a panelist, not a guest. I'm an actual content creator. So,
why are you the only one?
Because I'm the only one that wants to do content outside of Anton.
Are you the only beautiful one on his team?
Shit.
That's subjective. But there's other pretty women there. But whatever you think, that's what you think. But there's other women.
Do you think you look better than his wife?
No, I'm not going to answer that question because that's just ridiculous.
I mean, again, these are things that were sent to me. People have said, "Can you please ask her how she feels?"
Why would I answer that? Why would I subject another woman to answering something that is absolutely insane?
But fair enough. Go ahead.
And it's disrespectful.
And that picture was disrespectful.
But she was there.
She was there at the second one?
Yes.
That second picture?
Yes.
Did she take the picture of you leaning on her husband?
I sent you the video. Why play that?
I'll show that video when she was sitting on his lap.
And what were we doing in the video?
I think I saw you in the back and maybe y'all were doing a show or something.
Yeah, we were doing an after hour show.
And he told his wife to come on over and sit down. But
now,
I think you're using
no.
That isolated.
No, that's not isolated. That was the entire day. So
no, I mean isolated your history with him.
No.
Okay.
That the only one that she has that she wasn't at was the first one at the game. Outside of that, Rita is there. Now I'm not in charge of her schedule.
And that's even scarier.
She's there most of the time, which is
I just think it's scarier if a wife,
of the
but
time.
I don't know her. I haven't spoken with her.
She does a lot of the business dealing. She does the emails. She does the scheduling because she actually scheduled my flight.
Sure.
She does those. So Anton is not the person that actually does it. He has an assistant, but a lot of the times his wife does it.
Yeah. And you do have husband-wife business partners. Yeah.
Tons of them.
Yeah. And sometimes those individuals, wife or husband, can be accepting of different arrangements.
I think I found a video.
Okay, but what does that have to do with me?
I think I found a video. We're gonna get to the next video because they ain't talking about shit else. Let's go ahead and get into Lakeisha's video. Now, y'all know Miss Lakeisha has been on Anton's ass. Okay? Been on his tail. Now, we just heard her perspective on talk perspective on what's going on. All lies, clearly. All lies. Then she went and got on with hold on one second, y'all. Okay, sorry, I was reading something. But anyway, what do you mean, do you got a man? Just answer the question, why? I'm not available for you niggas. Love you though. But yes, I do have a man. Cause I ain't afraid to hide my nigga. Like some people on the internet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't put my man and my relationship information out there like that. Cause I just don't like doing that. But it's always known if I'm in a relationship. I don't need to look single for any reason. So let me get into Miss Tasha K. Let me see. 1 second. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'll be right back. You trying to see what's up? I ain't your bae. All right? Be smooth. All right? We cool. I'm just auntie. All right? That's right. We saw you kiss him. That's right. That's right. Because that's my baby. You know what I'm saying? That's my man. But give me 2 seconds, y'all. I'm finna pull up this video. I just want to make sure it's the right one because it's behind a paywall. I am a membership, or I'm sorry, I bought a membership to Tasha K's Live. But I don't know how to just play the audio for y'all. How do I do that? How do I just play the audio? And will I get like copyrighted for that? I don't know. I'm still learning the game, y'all. I know if I show it, I could get copyright strike, right? But if I just play the audio, I should be able to just do it. You said play the video without sharing the video. Would you be able to hear it though if I do that? Let's try it. Let's try it, y'all. Thank you for helping me. What'd you say? I took some time off dating sisters. Now I'm back. No. Stay where you at. If you walked away from the sisters, they don't want you no more. I'm telling you right now. They don't want you no more. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. So let me see. Lakeisha. Okay, right. Lakeisha did the same thing. So I'm just trying to get it. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Oh, hold on. Yo. Yeah. Okay. So, but I still have to, hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to even put it. I had it up. Oh, do I? Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm on the phone with someone trying to help me right now. Oh shit. How do I get it off? Hold on. Okay, there we go. Shit, my bad. All right, hold on. Let me see. What the fudge? But how do I play it? Yeah. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. I'm getting in here. Shoot. This is so irritating. Hold on. Y'all, I'm trying to figure this out real quick. Give me a second. So this is how I need to play it with it in the background. Okay, let me see. Okay, bye. Thank you. All right, so I'm getting, you know, we're learning, right? We're learning together in this moment, okay? Because I really want to play this shit. I just gotta pull this shit up real quick. Are you guys enjoying the video? I hope you're enjoying the video. All right, here we go. Okay. Now, let me see. Y'all said I doxed my email. Fuck. What's gonna happen to me? What they gonna do? They gonna go get me. I'm scared now, y'all. Y'all be scaring me on this internet. Hold on. How do I don't want to share. Okay, stop. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. Just had it pulled up. Where'd it go? Okay, this is that. Y'all, I'm looking crazy right now. I don't even care. Oh. Because where is it? I'm trying to find the tab that is on. Maybe I got to do it like this. Hold on, y'all. I'm getting there. Let's see. Okay, I'm playing a video right now. Can y'all hear it? Can y'all hear the video playing in the background? Put yes or no in the chat. I'm trying to figure out why. Okay, y'all saying no? Okay. All right. Okay. 1 second. Just don't understand. Why I cannot pull this tab over here. Shit is irritating me. Okay, so I'm not sharing a screen right now. Share. Okay, I'm on Chrome. Let me try this, y'all. Oh my God. This didn't go as planned. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 2 seconds. I don't know why it's not working for me the way I want. Keep asking me to do this. And then I gotta go and do this. Ugh, so irritating. Look, okay, y'all chat playing Geek Squad up in here. Listen, help Auntie out. Because I have the tab up, but it won't let me share the tab. I don't know why I'm not being able to find the same tab to share it with. It's so weird. It's so weird right now, y'all. Because it won't let me. Hold on. Hey y'all, what's up in the building? Give me a second. It's a little intermission until I get this damn video up. What the fig Newton, man? Stuff is mad annoying. And I thought I had it queued up already. I don't want to go to a different. No, don't want to do that. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. I think I might be getting it, y'all. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Now, how do I just, okay, because if I hit share the tab, it's going to share the whole screen, right? Right. We don't want that. Don't want that. Oh, get it off. Okay. Now, how do I just share the audio of that tab without showing the screen? Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, the genius. Okay. I got you. Okay. Now go back over here and do this, and then go back over here.
Did you go to Detroit to see him for business?
Can y'all hear it now?
I went to Detroit. Correct.
Okay, so that is, and then you guys went to a Detroit basketball game and sat courtside.
Correct.
Okay, and you did other things out together on a business trip, correct?
No.
Y'all can hear it?
So from there, went right back to the studio.
Yeah.
And his wife didn't mind you going along to the game?
No, I told you, his wife understands his business.
Tasha K don't play about it. I really wish I could play it because the facial expressions Tasha K was making on this girl, I felt so bad. Like, damn, Tasha.
And your Social Security number knew you. Next thing you know, you got a house and they're taking your tax return. Well, listen, welcome. I know unconventional interview. You are the mistress, aka side piece, side chick.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what we're here for. Now I'm due to talk to Anton, I believe Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. I'm talking to Anton Wednesday, Jason? Yes. So me and Anton are going to be doing a full sit down. We will be discussing you, but I think it's only right that we, hear from your mouth. And so real quick, I just want to, if you don't mind, just giving some short background on who you are and what it is that you do.
We're listening.
Cool. Well, my name is Micca. I go by Pop Culture Micca, and I am a commentator. I am a conservative commentator as well. I have been featured on Fox. I've been featured on BBC, and I am also in the YouTube content creation space as well.
Okay, cool. Are you a journalist? I think I saw somewhere that you were a journalist.
Yes.
So you actually went to journalism school and...
No, I did not, but I have been doing this for a very long time. So I've been in the entertainment industry pretty much my entire...
Again, lies. You're a journalist now, Micca? No, you do commentary. A journalist is a stretch to call yourself, babe.
Entire life. And I kind of got into journalism by way of doing politics. So I do commentating with BBC News and, like I said, with Fox 5.
Okay, cool. All right, no problem. So real quick, let's start from the beginning. How did you and Anton meet?
So me and Anton met online. Anton reached out to me, sent me an email, told me that he would like to interview me. So that's how we met. We talked about what we will interview about, and that was that.
Okay. What made him reach out to do an interview?
I just caught another lie, y'all. She said, in the first interview, Anton didn't give her a subject of what they was going to be interviewing about. Now she's saying that he called her and said, this is what we're going to be interviewing about. See? Like Keisha said, when you lie, you got to keep up with the lie. You got to keep up with the lie. And when you can't keep up with the lie, it all falls down. Don't hate on Micca because she's a beautiful woman. It's not a good look for you. I'm not, no one's hating on her. She even said she didn't go to school for journalism. That she's just calling herself a journalist. Who's hating? I'm just telling the truth. Goddamn. Ain't no hate. It's all love for Micca. But it's just the way she moved, this is where we are.
You though. Were you trending at the time or something?
So from what Anton told me, a lot of his I guess supporters or a lot of the people that watch him liked my content, and they kept, emailing him, because from what I know of Anton, they will email him if they see somebody online that they think is, interesting, or they want, Anton to talk to.
Okay, so he basically said the viewers had reached out to you. How many?
We can't play the video. We can only play the audio. Okay? You guys going to have to just sit here and look at my beautiful face and listen. Okay? You're just going to have to sit here and look at my beautiful face and listen along with me right now until I find a way to trick the screen or whatever. But this video is behind a paywall, so we can't pay it. We can't play the video itself. We can only play the audio because we could get copyright strike. Okay? So if you don't like the mode, then sorry for you, but this is how we got to do it. Wait. Technically, the Constitution. That's true. I agree with that. But to say I'm a journalist, you got to go through, you gotta take some formal education to actually be an actual journalist. But I hear what you're saying. You have a nice smile, but I'd rather stare at Micca's body. Hey, go on over there. Go on to the Red Cup Podcast. All you got, go over to her Instagram page. More power to you, babe. She does have a nice body.
How many followers did you guys have at the time?
So at the time that Anton reached out, I probably had about maybe 20K on Instagram. And I had just, I've only been doing YouTube a year, a little over a year, maybe 15, 18 months. And at the time I had just started YouTube. So his followers probably know me from just, doing different commentatings and being on different people's podcasts at the time.
Okay. And how many years ago was this?
I've known Anton almost 2 years now.
Okay. And so, all right. So what would lead them to believe, because I know he had that big blowout with Corey Holcomb. I don't know if Corey mentioned your name or anything like that, but when it comes up, like you are coming up as Anton side chick. Now, I do want to put this out here. You are very attractive. You're very articulate. And I wouldn't want you around my husband. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna keep it above.
No, Tasha. That's some insecure ass shit. That's some insecure ass shit to say, and kind of reaffirming that she is a side chick. But to say, I wouldn't want you around my husband. Why? Your husband going that easy? Like, I agree that Micca is beautiful, but I ain't worried about my nigga around Micca. I can't agree with you on that one, Tasha. Like, what you mean? You can't be around my husband. Why? You think that highly of her that she is able to take your man? Okay.
But no, please don't be disrespectful. I'm just saying.
I understand.
However, you heard Cam Newton. Cam Newton say he can't be around no beautiful women and it just be strictly friends.
That's because Cam Newton, and like a lot of men, don't look at women as human beings. They look at them as objects to be used. So if you are around them and you can't use them sexually, they can't fathom the idea of just being around you and being friends with you. If they can't sexually pursue you in any way, flirting or whatever, because they only see you as an object to use and not just a basic human being that you could just be cool with, that's why Cam Newton says shit like that. But that is not true. Men and women are very capable of being friends. Okay? Kids do it all the time. Do they not? Little girls and little boys. The little kids are able to do it all the time, and you're telling me as adults, all of a sudden we're just incapable? No, that's bullshit. But let's keep going.
Okay. And a lot of men do think like that. So I just kind of want to understand like the nature of the relationship. Did you guys just start working together all the time and doing content together?
So once Anton reached out to me and I did the interview, he, found that, I was interested in different things as far as pop culture and politics, and that I knew a lot when it came to those two areas. So we decided to go ahead and work together. Anton had something that he was revamping at the time, which was his old channel that he had called Fight Club, and he wanted to turn it into something called After Hours. So that's where I started, which is called After Hours.
Okay, guys. Did you guys meet up to do any of these shows, or you just kind of worked virtually?
Most of it is virtual. I've probably been to Detroit about maybe 3 times, but most of it is virtual.
Okay.
If not all of it, probably about 98% of it.
Okay. Now, did you meet the wife?
Yes, I met her the first day I came out.
Okay. And she didn't mind y'all working together?
No, and to contrary of belief or popular belief, she's there 99.99% of the time. She's not a content creator, so she stays off camera.
Okay. Okay, so at the time on YouTube, you said you had about 20,000 followers.
Well, on Instagram, on YouTube, I had just started when I met Anton, so I probably had a little over 1,200 subs at the time. I was building my platform, but I was already, doing YouTube. And when Anton reached out to me, I already had motion on Instagram because of the entertainment that I was doing already, and the news commentary that I was doing already.
Okay. Hold on for a second. Now, Anton's wife is really gorgeous. She's very gorgeous. She's nice. I've spoken to her. However, when I look at you, you get a lot of DMs on Instagram.
I get quite a
See, Tasha. Do you get a lot of DMs on Instagram? Tasha thinks Micca is like really, really, really pretty, and that she's basically reducing Micca to just her looks.
few, but I don't pay attention to them because at the end of the day, that's not why I'm on Instagram. So I see them, but
you see them. What do they say when they're DMing you? What kind of things do they?
Honestly, I don't really get into it because I can, you can see what they start off with, and anytime I've ever seen something, it's not nothing that's ever business, and that's really what my Instagram is for. I get people see me, but at the end of the day, it's for business. So they get left on red.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And so you really didn't have a following on YouTube. So basically, he leveraged his platform and gave you a following.
He definitely leveraged his platform. And he also was able to teach me how to use YouTube effectively because, I tell a lot of people Anton has pretty much mastered YouTube. So when I did go out there, I pretty much studied Anton. I watched what he did. I watched how he talked to people on YouTube, how he talked to his following, his subs, and I learned a lot.
Let me ask you a question. If you were ugly, have you ever thought about being ugly? Because you're not ugly. If you were ugly, do you think Anton would have leveraged this platform with you?
I really can't get into what I think Anton would have done, honestly, but I'm not unaware that I'm attractive or that people find me attractive, but what I know to be true is that I'm a very serious person when it comes to work. And so I'm a very hard worker. I give, a lot of attention to detail. And if I work with somebody, they're going to see my value. And I really do think Anton really saw the value in what I did.
Okay, so were you doing this on Instagram at first before you did on YouTube, or like you were just making
YouTube?
And what's so fucked up is that she, I don't know if she really believes what she's saying. I really don't know if she really believes that Anton reached out to her because he really just loved her work. And the messed up thing about it, he's going to prove the real reason why he reached out, which is what we all knew. Because you were attractive and he wanted to get next to you. Had nothing to do with what's coming out of your mouth. Come on now. But y'all, I found Keisha's what you call it. Hold on. My bad, y'all. I thought I was gonna play something, but never mind.
No, because YouTube is actually different than what I was doing. So what I was doing was on TV. So here locally, I was on Fox 5. So I did the entertainment segment. I would talk with TMZ and we would talk about whatever the popular thing was. I also did a podcast out here in DC where we would talk to different celebrities, sports figures. I've had NFL coaches and all types of people, Wall Street people,
You know what, y'all?
just everybody.
Let's play. Y'all want to see Keisha's video on this? Because I want to hear her commentary too. And I'm tired of looking at myself. Let's try this real quick. Can I play that for y'all? Is that cool? Let me know in the chat. I'm tired of looking at myself. I know I'm fine and all that, but damn. Give me something else to look at. Let's get Keisha, my girl. Because she ain't fucking around. You know what I'm saying? She ain't fucking around with Anton, okay? That nigga said Anton Daniels. Why you say that man name like that? Yeah, let's do Keisha review. Because looking at myself listening is awkward. I don't like that. We got to figure out another way to do that. All right, Keisha, tell us the tea, because the tea don't stop with you. Baby girl, let's go.
We decided to go ahead and work together. Anton had something that he was revamping at the time, which was his old channel that he had called Fight Club. And he wanted to turn it into something called After Hours. So that's where I started, which is called After Hours.
Okay, guys. Did you guys meet up to do any of these shows, or you just kind of worked virtually?
Most of it is virtual. I've probably been to Detroit about maybe 3 times, but most of it is virtual. Okay. If not all of it, probably about 98% of it.
Okay. Now, did you meet the wife?
Yes, I met her the first day I came out.
Okay. And she didn't mind y'all working together?
No. And, to contrary of, belief or popular belief, she's there 99.99% of the time. She's not a content creator, so she stays off camera.
Okay. Okay, so at the time on YouTube, you said you had about 20,000 followers.
On Instagram. On YouTube, I had just started when I met Anton, so I probably had a little over 1,200 subs at the time. I was building my platform.
Okay, guys. So I just got to say something. She stated that Anton reaches out to her to do an interview and do
Keisha killed me because homegirl got notes. She got a pen and a pad. All right, she got receipts. She got it all. She's looking down at her notes Listen, I ain't mad. Let us know, Keisha. What is the tea?
I'm sorry, to do an interview with her. As a content creator, the only people you want to reach out to are people that's trending. Nobody knows who this lady is. She said she had 20,000 or something on Instagram. Instagram and YouTube are not the same. A lot of time your followers don't cross over, which means you can have a whole bunch on Instagram. That don't mean they coming to YouTube. So she had 1,200 subs on YouTube, and she wants us to believe Anton reached out to her to do an interview. That is equating to $0. So Anton doing an interview with an unknown person that don't nobody know. I mean, nobody knew her then, really, and they don't know her now. So she wants us to believe that Anton reached out to her to do an interview because she is so articulate and she has all these things going on. But what we think is Anton, maybe he did reach out to her, but it was for something else, because there would be no reason as a content creator for you to be reaching out to people that don't nobody know. We would not be talking about her if it wasn't for Anton.
I was already, doing YouTube. And when Anton reached out to me, I already had motion on Instagram because of the entertainment that I was doing already and the news commentary that I was doing already.
Okay. Hold on for a second. Now, Anton's wife is really gorgeous. She's very gorgeous. She's nice. I've spoken to her. However, when I look at you, you get a lot of DMs on Instagram.
I get quite a few, but I don't pay attention to them because at the end of the day, that's not why I'm on Instagram. So I see them, but
you see them. What do they say when they're DMing you?
What do they?
What kind of things do they?
Honestly, I don't really get into it because I can, you can see what they start off with, and anytime.
Tasha, but you know what I find interesting about this interview versus the one she did with Anton? Totally different energy. She was talking to Micca like, look, girl, I'm finna tell you about yourself, and I'm finna grill you, and I'm finna ask you all these questions because you should know better. I'm thinking she's going to give Anton the same type of energy. But we'll get to that. We've been going hard, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. For sure. Appreciate you. Please make sure to hit the like button. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And hit the notification bell. All of the things. Do it for your girl.
I've ever seen something. It's not nothing that's ever business. And that's really what
girl, what they saying to you in your DMs on Instagram, it's giving fun, girl. Nobody has reached out to you other than you're pretty and they want to be nasty. I'm just being real. It is what it is.
Instagram is for. I get people see me, but at the end of the day, it's for business. So they get on red.
Okay, cool. And
what's your name? Go be one task. Sir, I was never that man's nothing. I was somebody on a panel. Okay, let's not tie me to him in that way by any means, shape, or form. Okay, like there's no connection there. All right, let's not do that. Let's not do that. I don't like that. I was just a guest, and that's it. That's it. Never, ever. Okay, but I'll keep it a buck. You know what? I'll keep it a buck with y'all. Anton definitely asked me to come to Detroit before. He definitely DM'd me on that one day, and mind you, this was several shows after I had been on his panel. Right? And when he asked me, when you come into the D, I said, for what? What's in Detroit? And he said, You'll just have to trust me. It'll be fun. And I'm, nah, fun in Detroit. I ain't never heard of that. Never heard of that. Well, you'll just have to trust me. What difference does it make, right? He's talking to me. He's not giving me any. Now, if he's DMing me like this, somebody that he has gotten into it multiple times with, right? If he's DMing me with this pimp talk, because that's exactly what it sounded like. You just got to trust me. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. And I said, for what? What do you ask me? What are you asking me to come to Detroit to do? Right? Well, what difference does it make? You'll just have to trust me. I said, it makes all the difference. I need details. And you know what he said to me? Just let me know when you're ready. Because you'll just have to trust me. Never spoke to him about it again. And it never played out. Why? Because I'm asking too many questions. I'm not excited because you DMing me asking to bring me to Detroit for what, nigga? And this was like fresh off of the conversation that he had about having women that he worked with or are friends with, how they pussy got to be on the table for him. My pussy ain't never on the table. And you're not gonna parade me around like, you know what I'm saying? Like Micca, like Molly, like Q, or whatever the case may be. No. Now, if he would have DM'd me, yo, Jazz, I got a cool idea. I think we could do something. I know we look like enemies, but maybe we could collab and do something, you know, that'll help you grow in your channel. If he would have came at me like that, I would have been like, can I bring my nigga? Can I bring my man? Because if it's strictly business, it shouldn't be a problem. We could do it. We could do a double date. Me, you, and your book. But see, it never got that far because I didn't have stars in my eyes. Micca said as soon as he DM'd her, she was like, yeah, I'll go do the interview. Yeah. I'm asking like, what we on? What you on? Coming to Detroit for what? I heard it's so cold in the D. Fuck you want me out there for? What difference does it make? He's a pimp. Or at least a wannabe. And unfortunately, he got one with Micca. I'm not... Being successful in this space is definitely a goal of mine, for sure. But I don't need to put myself in nefarious situations or a situation that'll make me look bad just because the person that's asking me to hang out got a bunch of followers and a bunch of subscribers because he liked to talk shit. No. So if he's DMing me like this, I know for sure if he's DMing any of these other women, it ain't on no professional nothing. It ain't business. He trying to holler. Okay? Of course, he's going to frame it that way. But the fact that you couldn't even tell me the reason why you wanted me to come to Detroit after we have been going head to head with each other. Damn near every show. You want to talk to me? That lets me know I bring value to you. But you're not going to use me to look like one of your little honeydews, your little honey dips. Oh, no. So yeah, y'all, that's why I'm like, you can't fool me because the way he moved, it's not professional. It's not. Flat out. But let's keep going. That was my little story I wanted to share. I got asked to get flown out too. And I was like, for why? And he was like, bitch, never mind. He was like, man, fuck it. Damn, Jazz, shit. Yeah. And best believe I was bringing my nigga. What? Yeah, make sure you give me a room. I'm going to bring my man. because he helped me with my business. I bet you I wouldn't have been able to come.
So you really didn't have a following on YouTube. So basically he leveraged his platform and gave you a following.
He definitely leveraged his platform. And he,
Again, like I just stated, and then I'm gonna let it play. She had no followers on YouTube. 1,200 is damn near no followers. You just get monetized with 1,000. You had 1,200 followers. Why would somebody reach out to you? You have no followers. You're barely monetized to do an interview with you. What would be the reason? Use the brain that God gave you. Even if you don't have no brain, why would she think that Anton reached out to her to do an interview with somebody with no followers that don't nobody know? That makes absolutely no sense. But I want y'all to listen to her try to prove to the interviewer how smart and articulate that she is, and doesn't want to believe that Anton reached out to her for any other reason other than for some reason she's something that somebody or we never saw before. Okay, we never heard of her. Man, we don't know you. But she deflects and she even lies. So let's just finish listening.
Did you go to Detroit to see him for business? Yes. So me and Anton are going to be doing a full sit down.
Leveraged his platform. And he also was able to teach me how to use YouTube effectively because, I tell a lot of people, Anton has pretty much mastered YouTube. So when I did go out there, I pretty much studied. I watched what he did. I watched how he talked to people on YouTube, how he talked to his following, his subs. And, I learned a lot.
Let me ask you a question. If you were ugly, have you ever thought about being ugly? Because you're not ugly. If you were ugly, do you think Anton would have leveraged his platform with you?
I really can't get into what I think Anton would have done, honestly, but I'm not unaware that, I'm attractive or that people find me attractive. But what I know to be true is that I'm a very serious person when it comes to work. And so I'm a very hard worker.
No, you're not. No, you're not. I'm sorry, Micca. You're not. This wasn't serious business. This was actually very unserious. Very unserious. Do you know what I'm saying? Serious business, it wouldn't play out like this.
Give, a lot of attention to detail. And if I work with somebody, they're going to see my value. And I really do think Anton really saw the value in what I did.
Okay, so were you doing this on Instagram at first before you did on YouTube, or like you were just making
YouTube is because YouTube is actually different than what I was doing. So what I was doing was on TV. So here locally, I was on Fox 5. So I did the entertainment segment. I would talk with TMZ and we would talk about whatever the popular thing was. I also did a podcast out here in DC where we would talk to different celebrities, sports figures. I've had NFL coaches and all types of people, Wall Street people, just everybody that's pretty much trending we've had on that podcast. So I was already used to doing that.
Lady, nobody knows you. You see how she keeps trying to tell us who she is? I ain't never heard of this woman until people, start sending me messages about Anton cheating on his wife. She is fighting for her life. She wants to she's interviewing with Tasha K. She wants to force Tasha K to know who the hell she is. You speaking to a woman who got over 1 million followers. She don't know you. Nobody knows you. So she's fighting right now for her life.
Oh my God, Lakeisha. Take it easy, Lakeisha. Keisha, please. But she right though. I didn't know who Micca was until I was on Anton's panel. And I thought she was cute. I know she had her conservative views. We got, we got along. I want to make this very clear. I have nothing against Micca. I like Micca as a person. This is to slander her. I need to make sure I say that. If anything, I'm slandering this nigga Anton because he's out here preying on young ladies and using them and disposing of them for clout, for money, for clickbait. That shit ain't cool. And as women, we have to do better and be more strategic on how we move, especially with men. There should be no reason. If you were a serious, smart businesswoman, the outcome would not be this way. You would not be ending up in that man's hotel room at 3 a.m. or whatever p.m. together. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't good business, mama. And he know that too, but he don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck.
I just had never done it on YouTube. So once I started my podcast, that's when I started to do that.
I guess what I'm trying to figure out, because I notice a lot of smaller content creators, but they have to already be doing content in the same manner in which I'm doing it. Because I've helped a lot of content creators. I've scaled their platforms massively. I'm talking about, I'm taking content creators from 5,000 to 300,000, 200,000. Like, I really do that.
Really?
But for you
did that, Tasha? You be doing that for people? Do I need to hit you up? Can you help me? Shit, you do consultations? You need a mentee? Like, help a bitch out. I didn't know she did that.
I was just trying to figure out, like, because my platform is huge. And I was just trying to figure out, like, where did he actually see your talent? Because if you didn't have a YouTube presence, you were only on Instagram.
Either go by Micca or Pop.
I'm so sorry. I just messed up. I gotta stop. She said, where did he actually see your talent? Okay, see, we in the same, because I'm like, girl, what?
And so I'm a very hard worker. I give a lot of
look,
attention.
let me rewind it, y'all.
He definitely on the internet.
Let me rewind it again. And I'm gonna stop stopping it because it keeps clicking.
No, I don't want to keep doing that, Keisha.
She's nice. I've spoken to her.
Okay.
However, when I look at you, you get a lot of DMs on Instagram.
I tell a lot of people, Anton has pretty much mastered YouTube. So when I did go out there, I pretty much studied Anton. I watched what he did. I watched how he,
I bet you did study. I bet you did.
How he talked to people on YouTube, how he talked to his following, his subs. And, I learned a lot.
Let me ask you a question. If you were ugly, have you ever thought about being ugly?
Hold on.
Okay, so were you doing this on Instagram at first? For you, I was just trying to figure out, like, because
Content.
Well, what content were you making that was in line with what Anton is doing? Because Anton does
I'm in politics. I'm in politics. So Anton has 3 different channels. Anton does, Anton does the Millionaire Morning Show, and that is usually in politics and popular culture, and that's pretty much what I do. What I was doing on Fox was pretty much popular culture and politics, and what I do on my own channel is exactly that.
Okay. So I'm looking at your profile.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at your Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Let's leave. Have you ever thought about being ugly? That was a wild ass question. Like, what, Tasha? What you on? What you on? I think Tasha just really wanted her to feel bad about herself. And she was trying to get her to admit, like, the only reason Anton hit you up is because you fine, girl. He don't care what's coming out your mouth. He don't care what's in your head. Okay? Cut the cap, but exactly. Leslie, you funny as hell.
Let's roll reverse for a second. Because I want you to put yourself in the shoes of the viewers.
Okay.
If you saw somebody that looked like you with your husband, It's not. Let me be real with it. If you saw someone that looked like you and the content creator was married, would you assume that the reason he reached out is because you were talented, or is it because you were drop dead gorgeous?
No, in my line of work, there are tons of beautiful women that actually are talented and are actual go-getters. They do all types of work within entertainment and politics and being on television. So it's not oblivious that somebody, is, you can see that they're attractive, but at the end of the day, you gotta say, when you've been in this business a long time, when you look at different people's reels and when you look at, what they've done, I can see somebody's value outside of their beauty.
Okay, so have you ever been married before?
Yes, I'm married now.
You're married now?
Yes.
You have a husband?
Yes.
How long have you been married?
I've been married pretty much all my life.
Asked her, has she been married before? Throughout this entire conversation.
First of all, girl, what you mean all your life? What you mean you've been married all your life? What the fuck does that even mean? All your life? I feel like a normal, when I hear married couples speak about their marriage and they're asked, how long you been married? Oh, I've been married the last such and such years. We've been married for such and such years now. I ain't never heard nobody say all my life. This is why your stories don't make sense, because you're too vague with questions that don't require vagueness. If you're really a married woman, it should be no problem. Oh, I've been married the last 10 years. Yeah, nobody knew. I've been married the last 7 years. All your life, girl.
I would have said, listen, I'm married.
All your life, you have to fight through these interviews. That's what it is. You're fighting for your life, all your life, in these interviews. Because, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like you're doing it to yourself. You want to be so private now. You want to be so, all my life. Yeah, I've been married, even though nobody knew ever. But I've been married. How long you been married? All my life. Okay, Micca.
I don't want Anton. You only say you're married when you're asked if you're married. How long have you been married? 5 years, 6 years? I've been married my whole life, all my life. What do that even mean?
Literally just said that.
And if you guys look at her, which I'm going to show you, I'm going to see if I can show you. You can't probably see it. So she's looking at a screen.
Be careful.
She's not even looking at her while she's interviewing her. How long you been married? I've been married my whole life. Or this is
your husband.
All my adult life, yes.
all my.
Now I think Lakeisha is a little confused at how people look at each other when they do these virtual meetings and stuff. I think she thinks she's looking at a script or something, because she's not looking directly at the camera like Tasha K is, but there's a difference into where you look. But Lakeisha is a private investigator. All right. She's gonna dig deep, all right, and look past the surface. But that part is okay, Keisha. She's looking in a different angle.
Okay, so your husband, your work relationship.
I've been married my whole adult life. So what does that mean? You got married at 18?
Right.
Who answers questions like that?
Right.
She's looking at a screen as if she's nervous and like, how long you been married? My whole life or my adult life? What do that even mean? Well, it gets even more crazy.
I told you, by the way, on Instagram. Your husband approves of your work relationship with Anton?
Yes, my husband knows of every work relationship that I have, period. Whether male or female.
Is your husband on your IG?
No, again, my IG is strictly for business. I don't put my personal life on my IG.
Now, to Micca's defense, I will say I'm the same way, right? I don't overshare my private relationships. I don't overshare family members, nephews. I may share a story here and there, but I don't post my relationships all over the Instagram either. I've just never been that way. I just have never felt the need to like overshare. You know, it's not a secret, but I'm not oversharing, right? It's speculation around, you know, the validity of my relationship because I don't overexpose him on the internet. But I'm with my nigga damn near every other day, right? So it's not that odd. Issa Rae, nobody even knew that she was even in a relationship until she popped out on Instagram married. And I think that's tea. Because it ain't a relationship until we got a ring. Now, I do honor, it ain't a relationship that needs to be overly exposed, I think, until we are in a marriage. You know what I mean? Somebody tried to debate with me about Valentine's Day weekend because I only, you know, me and my man, we was out and I did a post of us cheersing. And the assumption is, oh, why you don't show his face? Why he ain't on your main Instagram? You got other men on your Instagram. So what? Because the other men on my Instagram are work relationships. I sing in a band. My band is made up of men. So if you go to my Instagram page, you're going to see other men in business with me. If I feel compelled to share like a nice post, okay, but what were we doing before social media? The fact that so many people think that you need to validate your relationship on social media in order for it to be real is weird as fuck to me. How did we prove our relationship was valid prior to posting online? You know what I mean? Like, why is that? Okay, well, they posted it, so that must be true. You know how many couples post all day, every day, long paragraphs, all day, you know, professing their love for one another. And in real life, after they put the phone down, going at it, cheating on each other, can't stand each other. I don't get into the hype, but so I understand that. But the thing is, though, Micca, it's one thing to not overshare. You were hiding. Because you could put married woman. I would be proud to let people know that I'm a married woman on every platform that I go into, on every, yes, I'm a married woman, and that could be the end of it. I'm married. Because there's a level of respect, hopefully, there's a level of respect that you usually will experience when you go into these settings and you say, yeah, I'm married. This is what it is. But you were hiding. You were acting single. You were pretending to not be even in a relationship. Why is what I want to know.
So you actually have a husband posting pictures like this. I'm just trying to figure this out. Like, because the pictures you post are they're gorgeous, but they're kind of a little bit scary, a little bit. I'm going to be honest with you. When I look at your profile, it's given more IG model than commentator. It's just my opinion.
I have two profiles. One is just
not trying to be funny, but your profile does not give commentator. Your profile gives Instagram girl want to take cute pictures. It doesn't give anything. So all of this that she's telling us that she did, we don't see it.
Pop Culture Micca, and the other one is
the one that I'm on. I'm on Pop Culture Micca.
And then the other one is Red Cup.
Once again, y'all, thank y'all for being here. Get the likes. Please like and share the video. I hope y'all been enjoying the show today. You know, sorry if my energy is a little bit lower than usual. I had a long night. So I'm trying to get my second win. But really appreciate you all being here. Please like, share, and subscribe for your girl. Love you. Thank you.
So the red cup profile is just all my commentary, whether it's politics or something that I'm talking about with popular culture.
Okay. So why not? So is this the first time that you've ever talked about your husband? Or do people know that you're married?
To the public? Public? Yes. Mm-hmm.
So you've never revealed that you've had a husband. This is the first time.
I never talk about it.
I guess what I'm trying to ask you is this going to be something that's probably going to shake the internet? It's the fact that you're married and no one knew about it.
No, some people do know, and some people don't know. I just don't dive into it.
Okay.
So some people
so when you go to visit Anton, is your husband with you?
And isn't it like to anybody that's married in the chat right now, isn't it? Oh my goodness, excuse me. A little dust in my throat. Isn't it respectful to acknowledge your marriage when you greet somebody? Like if someone asks you or whatever the case may be, isn't like that? It's like a part of respecting the marriage is to let it be known that you are married. No, am I tripping about that? Isn't that like a thing? I don't know. It'll be a thing for me. I ain't gonna be able to stop saying my husband. I ain't gonna be able to stop because I'm my man now.
No.
Has he met Anton?
He has not met him in person.
Okay, and they're cool. Like they smoke cigars together. It's chill.
They haven't met in person.
So how do you know they approve? He approves of Anton because I'll be honest with you. You're how long have you been married? How many years you say?
My entire adult life.
How old are you if you don't mind me asking?
Micca, what do you mean by entire adult life? Micca, where you at? Please pull up on me. You pulled up last time. I'm gonna drop the link for you, sis. We got to talk.
I don't put that. I don't put that out.
So now we can't know your age. Now we can't know your age. Why are you so secretive? It doesn't give I'm private. It gives I'm hiding. And that's why people looking at you sideways.
Are you guys together or are you separate?
Where is your PR team? Get one.
No, I'm together.
And you live in the same house?
Live in the same house.
You have kids?
I don't put that out as well.
I understand that because, I'm a married woman. I've been married 20 years. My husband was just talking to you on the phone there. Like when you needed tech help. Why hide your marriage life?
I don't hide it. But here's the problem.
Yes, you do.
I grew up in the internet era, and I understand how nasty people are.
True.
Including what I'm going through right now. And I understand that people will use your family against you, especially in an area of content that I am in, which is politics. When people don't like what you say, people don't like what you do, when they can't get to you, they will get to somebody that you may love and that's around you. And so that is my way of protecting my family. I'm a content creator. I really don't have a problem with people who want to approach me.
You're saying this is your way of protecting your family, but how are you protecting your family and your husband by allowing yourself to be viewed as somebody else's side chick? How are you protecting your family and your husband and you're not even letting people know that you're somebody's wife? How are you protecting your husband and you all up in hotel rooms with another man? You so private about that, but you openly, willingly, you're open and willing to look like something you claim that you're not out loud. That doesn't make any sense to me. That's not protecting. right? Like, it sounds good in context. I do this to protect. Yeah, that's what we would like to think. But your actions don't align with you protect. Just like with Anton, he's saying he's doing all of the things to protect his daughter from Corey and all of that. But look at his actions that led to that situation. You didn't move like you were trying to protect your daughter or your family. That's why I said, like, both of them, I said this early on Lucky Channel, like, they both kind of like some off. In the thirst for clout and the thirst for success and power and all that is strong with both of them. Because they're willing to do anything for it. Hide your husband, hide your kid, hide your relationship, act like you're single, talk about having hoes. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the slow one.
I don't want that to fall on my family because they don't have anything to do with what I'm doing.
I get that. Like, you can post your husband and he not have any social media presence. Like, my husband doesn't have a social media presence. I millions of followers. I get 100 billion views. Well, actually, I get a billion views a year. Okay.
Right. But mine deals in something that is very high up. And so,
what does that have to do with it? There's very high up people that have social media profiles. It actually will. I think the narrative of you being
you're hiding everything about your relationship because your dealings are high up. You're on social media, babe.
Called a side chick or a mistress. He could have dealt that situation and been like, no, this ain't what that is. I know Anton, and then out. But the fact that you have to get up here and defend.
So I got to interject just a little bit, y'all. So she says she married. She doesn't want to talk about her husband. This is a whole man. So if somebody is saying that you are a side chick, why your husband ain't speaking out to say, hey, you don't want to know anybody know who your husband is. So now you protecting a man and he should be protecting you. That doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Oh, I don't want to talk about my kids, or I don't want to mention that. Girl, do you got kids or not? I have adult kids. That don't mean I go to their, social media and be like, this my daughter, here go her, page, or here's my son page. Why is she asked this lady to come on her show, her YouTube channel, and yet you come on a YouTube channel, but yet you have all these secrets.
Right.
This girl Micca is a clout chaser, and she's doing anything that she can to get the little bit of clout that she can.
You are to a man, and you're drop dead gorgeous. Your profile, I'll be honest with you,
it sounds like that I'm repeating everything Lakeisha said. I had no idea this lady would be saying the exact same thing that I'm thinking about this. But clearly, I'm on to something. Because we're literally echoing each other. I didn't even watch this video all the way through. I just knew she had the audio on it. But yeah, the average person can see this is bullshit, ma'am. And I think we feel like you're insulting our intelligence at this point. Because you're blatantly lying for no reason. I'm gonna let it play. And y'all, I gotta run to the bathroom. But let's let it play real quick.
Not given.
I'll be right back.
I don't think Anton saw your talent when he met you. I personally don't. As a woman first, and as a woman that grew up around men, I just don't see where he saw your talent. I see.
Have you gone to the other page as well?
So how long have you had this page? Did you have this page as long as you had Pop Culture Micca?
No, I've had Pop Culture Micca since I've been online. But once I started podcasting, I had the Red Cup.
Okay, but you had the Red Cup. It was the podcast after you met Anton, right?
No, before. I was already podcasting.
Okay, and how popping was it? Because it's right now, if it's been 2 years, you only got 50.
I've been podcasting for
2 years. You got about 50 something is what she's saying in terms of followers. So either people like you, they don't like you very much, but in 2 years, either you're not working it, because you should have more followers in 2 years than 50,000.
Oh, asking for about 18 months. Mm-hmm.
So that was after you met Anton. I'm looking at the timeline.
You're looking at the timeline, okay.
What I'm saying is, are you sure?
Okay, the question, I'm sorry.
Okay, the question is, did you have a red cup before or after you met Anton?
I had red cup before.
How popping was it? Because it only got 50K now 2 years later.
Correct. So I probably was sitting at like 1,200, about 1,200 subs.
Okay.
Which is what I stated when you asked me in the beginning. Yeah, I probably was sitting at 1,200 subs because I'm very new to YouTube.
So meeting Anton got her over 40,000 subs. So this girl uses her looks and, things of that nature to advance instead of getting in. And I said this on a previous video, women like her try to use everything but this to get ahead. So she said when she started off, she had about 1,200 subs, doing all these things with Anton, being seen with Anton advanced her, I guess, 40 something thousand, because she's only at 50,000 2 years later. See, it is better to just put the work in and just get it out, what they say, get it out the mud and just get it done. Because girl, 40 something thousand subs that it took you 2 years to get, I wouldn't have been worried wasting my time with Anton. So let's further listen to it, y'all. This is a whole mess.
So you're new and this huge creator reaches out to you to say, I think you're talented. I want to help you and leverage it. Do you believe like men will help you for incentives? Have you ever been propositioned like that? No. You've never been propositioned by a man to help you for incentives?
No.
And that's a lie right there, because he propositioned you. How did you get to Corey Holcomb, Micca? How did you even end up on Corey Holcomb if you weren't propositioned to come there? Because there were no guarantees. Corey Holcomb them didn't reach out to you and say you had a guaranteed spot. No. Anton got on that phone. Micca, come pull up. I'm going on Corey Holcomb. I'm going to get you a place on there. He propositioned you so you can go. He gave you an incentive. And said, if you come with me here, you'll get this. Knowing damn well he couldn't promise you shit. That's a proposition. Let me come on, come fly to LA. It'll be a good old time. It'll be fun. Like he told me, it'll be fun. I'm pulling up to Corey Holcomb. I'm gonna get you on the show. Come on, baby. You went. You were going. Okay. You were propositioned. Ain't no way around it, gang. Ain't no way around it.
No, because everything that I do up front has always been business. And when
everything she does up front has always been business. Why in the hell would Anton, who is established making money on his own channels by himself, what the hell could you add to his channel? Absolutely nothing. That is like me going to get some new creator who barely is monetized and wanting to collaborate with them. Now, there are some really good people that I see on YouTube that's really good. And
hey, it's all right to collab with little creators, all right? Shout out to Lucky Marie and Fatty and Ali and all them who give opportunities out here, right? Because collaborating with them has helped me to grow subs. So it's okay. Don't be attacking us, Keisha. We down here trying. You know what I mean? It's okay for big streamers to collab with smaller streamers that they see, I feel, have potential. And I think that, I think that's solid. That's what I would do. I love giving people opportunity, right? And so like when bigger platforms that are monetized and they work with smaller creators, it's not about, well, what can you, they see the value in it. And they also know that, oh, not only can it be valuable for my platform because I'm introducing a new creator into the space, but this could also help this creator as well. I think that's all good. So calm down, Keisha. Not too much on the smaller up and coming creators. All right. I love you though, Keisha. Let's collab.
And they may not have as many subs, but when you link up to do business, it has to be mutually beneficial to both parties. So why would Anton pick somebody who barely monetized that nobody on YouTube knows?
When I feel that it's going somewhere else, I will remove myself from it.
I got something I want to talk to you about. So how is it that you had the red cup before? But when I scroll all the way down to your page, Anton is your guest. It's the first clips that come up.
So now she gets caught in a lie. She said that she had the red cup prior to Anton. Tasha scrolls all the way down, Anton being her very first guest. So how is it that you had this podcast before Anton, the one that you said you had 1,200 subs, but now 2 years later after meeting him, you got what? I think she said 50,000. So damn near 48,000 she got from meeting him. So watch how she answers this question. She originally said she had this podcast prior to meeting Anton.
Mm-hmm.
Which tells
I
me
had Anton as a guest. Mm-hmm.
Okay, but he's your first guest on a podcast that you say you had before you.
He's my first one-on-one. Mm-hmm.
Your first
one-on-one interview. So I have
your first one-on-one interview is your first interview. Because if it wasn't, we would see all the other, and if it's not a one-on-one interview, then what is the style of interviewing that you're doing, that you were doing prior to Anton? And why don't we see that? Why don't we see the other interactions you've had in an interviewing like space? And you're saying my first one-on-one interview, but the first one-on-one interview is the first interview you've ever posted. What the hell is going on?
I have streams, I have videos, and I have one-on-one interviews. So I do one-on-one.
Too with Alvin Gray. I know him personally.
I've done Alvin Gray. I've done Chicago Flips Red. I've done Brexit. I've done Sheldon Daniels.
Okay.
I've done football coaches. I have plenty of people I've talked to. And like I said, I was on a podcast already called The Realist TV, which you can look up as well. And The Realist TV, we also did different types of celebrities that might be in this area and out of this area.
Did Anton take you to a basketball game and y'all sat courtside together?
I did go with Anton to a basketball game. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Alone?
What do you mean alone?
Did you guys go together?
Micca! Stop it. What do you mean alone? It's like when he asked her, has Anton ever flirted with you? Well, what do you mean by flirting? What's flirting? Well, what do you mean by that? You know what he meant. Just like you know what she meant. Did you go to that game with him alone? What do you mean alone? Baby, did y'all get in a car together after y'all did your little streaming interview or one-on-one interview? Got in a car, pulled up to a stadium, walked into that said stadium to watch a basketball game together. Was there anybody else with you? Was Rita there? Was Rita there? She was not. You already confirmed that he doesn't have staff in his studio. So were you with him alone? Yes. You see how easy it is? I was, girl. I was with him. It was just us. It already looks bad. It's no reason to keep lying. It's no reason to keep evading simple ass questions. It makes no sense. Come on now.
Yes, we went together. Anton had business dealings there already. So that's what he.
Listen, thank y'all for being here. Missy, I see you, girl. Thank you for being here, and everybody else. And shout out to the new subscribers that have recently subscribed. Y'all, I'm still trying to figure out the consistency level of how often I go live every week. So just bear with me. Keep the notification bell on so you are notified every time I go live. I promise as we get into spring, I'll have a nice little set schedule for y'all. Okay? Thank you so much for being here, Messy. I appreciate you. Boo. Support the channel. Go tell your cousins and them to come pull up. We chilling. It's Friday. I'm real rested and I'm talking. I appreciate you, Messy. Let's keep it going. I
actually went for.
Okay, and so he went there and then you joined him courtside.
No, so Anton went there for business dealings. We probably sat on the side of the court for about 10, 15 minutes. After that, he's back talking to all the people he's talking to. You are in business.
And you know what I think would have been a better question after that? Okay, so you went and you sat down courtside for 10 minutes. And then y'all went to have this meeting, this business meeting. You were there in the business meeting. What was the meeting about? What was the business dealing about? Without getting too deep, because we understand, certain things can't be said. Can you share any details at all on what that business was? Well, maybe she can't because it was Anton's business or whatever. But I would ask the question. Would you guys, what? Because, and you know why I don't think it's a bad question? Because she said that Anton told her he wants her to come to this business meeting because he thinks it's people there that she should meet. And she should get to know. Because it's allegedly a benefit for her to come with them to meet these business people. Can you share some details? So how did that work out for you? Would have been another question. So you went to the business meeting that he said you should go to because he thinks that it will benefit you. Has it benefited you? What about that business meeting has contributed to your success thus far, Micca? Is that a dumb question to ask? I don't know. I would have asked it.
Yes, you absolutely understand that business dealings go on, not just in office spaces.
What kind of business dealings does Anton do that he got to do it courtside, though, is the question.
It's not courtside. So you absolutely understand that these type of events or these type of places, golf courses, I guess some cases Atlanta, other places, but a lot of business dealings happen outside of offices.
Once again, she's over explaining this. I hate this because it's a tactic to take the attention off of why the fuck she was there at all. She's trying to make it seem like it's no big deal. Everybody does businesses in different places, golf courses, basketball courts, such and such. Why am I being questioned about a business deal happening there? We get that. Why were you there? Because if you were only there in Detroit to do the interview, right? After the interview, why not go home? And that's why the question should have been asked. Well, tell me about this business meeting that he had to have you at. Because otherwise, you were just there, babe.
So she wants to tell a woman with over 1 million subs that is already where she's trying to be, where to conduct business. This lady is lying. So the question was, why are you with him courtside? So she wants to say Anton had business dealings. Why in the hell would he take you? Nobody knows. You have nothing to bring to a business dealing. Nobody knows who the hell you are. You have no followers.
Oh, she got something to bring. It just ain't her brain, unfortunately. That ass, though.
You have no subs. You are new. What do you bring to this space? That is simply what she's trying to say without being rude. But she's saying, oh, well, business is conducted not just here. It's conducted on a golf course. That wasn't the question. You're not his wife. If he's conducting business, why is he taking the side piece?
Hello.
And I used to, before I met my husband, I dated upper echelon men, and I was with them. And when I'm with them, they want eye candy, and they pay my bills.
Okay, but Tasha, I can't be concerned about what Anton may or may not be thinking.
No, you should be, though. Miss Micca, you should be concerned. If it's all business, right, and it's all professionalism like you claim it is, you should be concerned with what the fuck is on his mind, because you need to be concerned with what his intentions are with you. You should very much so give a fuck about that. Because if he doesn't have your best interest at heart doing business, this is why you're here right now. Because you didn't give a fuck about where his mind was. I'm sorry, babe. Please understand. If we were really friends, we would have this exact same conversation. I don't just make excuses just because you're a woman, or we have rapport, or we cool, or we are associates. I call a spade a motherfucking spade. And the fact that you did not care to know what the intentions were behind him being around you is why we are here today, is why you have to go on this explanation tour and explain yourself now. And explain why you chose to move how you move. But it still ain't working out because you're lying, babe. Just cut it. It ain't no reason to try to save him or anything at this point. Just own it. I just want her to own it.
You see how she jumped to conclusions. Oh, Tasha, I can't be concerned about what Anton may be thinking. No, she didn't say anything about Anton. She was saying in her experience before getting married, she dealt with guys because she was single, and the guys that she was with that would take her to certain events, the understanding was, you want a pretty girl to carry around because that's how dudes are. They want a pretty girl to take to these different places. I'll be that, but you know what time it is when it's time for the bills to get paid. That is what she's saying. But she is trying to cover her guilt by saying things that is not even required for her to say, but it's making her look hella guilty.
Oh my God. And there was another, we might have to do a part 2. We might have to do a part 2 because what's his name? Something Hypocrites. I can't, House of Hypocrites or somebody. He reacted to all of this too. And he did a real deep dive, in-depth reaction video. And he said something very interesting. He said, when you offer up information, when you don't have to get ahead of a narrative, what did he say? It's like a comment leak or something. Basically, you just told on yourself. You giving extra information that you don't need to give. Right? When you do that, it's a dead giveaway that you're lying. Dead giveaway. No way around it.
I didn't say Anton. I said when these type of business dealings go down and these men are on the golf courses, they usually want eye candy. I didn't say Anton. So I'm familiar with what you're saying is because I dated upper echelon men and they took care of me. And I went everywhere with them when they did business, and they want an articulate, pretty woman beside them that can help them to leverage more deals. So what I'm saying to you is, you're saying we probably sat courtside for 15 minutes, but do you know, like, I just don't understand why you would go to a basketball game with you being there.
Why would you go? That is the question. Tasha being real nice here. Why are you going? We're not asking you, chick, how are deals made? Nobody, that was not the question. Why are you there? You say you have a husband. We know he has a wife. Why are you there?
And my thing is, just keep it a buck, man. We did that interview. We was vibing. He said he had tickets to the Pistons game and asked me to pull up. Shit, I went. I thought me going would be, beneficial or a good look or whatever. Just fucking say what it is. It was business. No, girl, you want to go kick it. You wanted to go have a good old time with that man. That's why you were there. It wasn't about no fucking business. At all. Child, please.
Listen, if I'm married, if I had a boyfriend, you take a hoe anywhere and that's gonna be your hoe because I got to go, okay?
And him being married and sit courtside together without the partners being,
because it was already established that we would go there to his business dealings. And like I said, he already was doing business dealing with people that were there. And it does not hurt for me to be alone.
Oh, and about this whole game, we didn't play it in the last video because the first interviewer asked her, did you tell your husband you were going to that game? You know what she said? She said, I'm pretty sure I did. He said, well, did you tell him before or after the game? I think I may have told him after. He like, you don't remember? And she was like, well, I don't remember everything about that day. How are you, a whole married lady, and can't remember or think about if or when you told your own husband that you were doing an extracurricular, which that wasn't involving your interview, that wasn't involving the business that y'all were doing, that was an extracurricular, all right? After y'all interview, you saying you don't even know when you told your own husband? You don't know? You don't think that's weird? You're someone's wife. Going to a basketball game, taking photos courtside with another married man. You don't find that suspicious?
It was already
like, how would you not tell your husband that information? That's sneaky shit. That's sneaky shit. And the fact that you don't know if you told him or not lets me know your intentions were to never let him know. You probably lying. You probably didn't tell him. You probably didn't tell him until you got home. Like, oh yeah, and by the way, we ended up going to a Pistons game. We took a picture. Come on now.
Established? What the hell does that even mean? You needed to buy a ticket. You needed to set it up. You needed to be there. So if it was established, why is it established with you? She seems to not get it. And not only that, she's not even looking. You know how I'm looking at the camera? Imagine me talking to y'all and looking this way. So not only is she looking this way, her eyes are reading something. So it's giving, she came on this show, on Tasha's show, for one, to get more followers, to get more people to come to her channel. Because listen, like I told y'all, YouTube is hard. You have to work. People think that they can just pop their ass on here and just make it because you cute. These folks don't give a damn. Listen, I think she should go to, what's that shit called? It's a website where the girls be on there naked. She should go to OnlyFans. Micca, you should go to OnlyFans because that's the place where they sell look. They don't sell that shit over here.
Not the girl should go make an OnlyFans account. Damn, Keisha, damn. I wasn't going to go that far. Shit. It's not fucking with her.
especially if these are people that I can potentially do business with. I grew up very upper echelon here in Washington, D.C., and my parents.
You grew up very echelon here in DC, but you act like a hood rat. You don't give upper echelon to me. You give, I'ma suck some D to get to where I need to go. That is what you giving. There's nothing upper echelon about you. You don't give that you come from nothing. You don't give that you have shit, because you're sitting here acting as if you don't know what she's talking about, and you know very well what she's saying, but what she ain't saying because she's trying to be nice. But you reached out to her. Oh, y'all, it's gonna get even more crazier because she goes into talking about her manager. How the hell do you have a manager when you have no motion? Nobody even knows who you are. You don't even have a big enough fan base. Now, what Tasha goes into saying, like, you got a manager? I didn't get a manager till I had like 200,000.
Oh, I gotta pause it. God damn. Keisha. Like, golly. I mean, shots fired. Oh my God. She said you need to get an OnlyFans. She said you are the type to suck D to get ahead. You don't give upper echelon. You give hood rat. God damn. Damn. Woo. I don't ever want to be Miss Keisha's enemy. No, I don't. I like you, Miss Keisha. Please, can I be your friend? Because God damn.
Girl, a manager for what? A manager costs money. You ain't making no money. Make it make sense, ma'am.
Part of the country clubs, and we went along a lot of times as children. So I've seen this over and over again. So
what does your husband think about you going courtside?
Now this was awkward because she asked, what does your husband think about you going courtside? She was completely silent. Quiet as fuck. That was very weird. And I don't know, maybe if she didn't hear the question right away, but she took a long time to respond. And Tasha K was just kind of looking like, hello?
What does your husband think about that?
Oh, so my husband was absolutely fine with my picture because at the end of the day, everything that I do, my husband is aware of.
So keep in mind, guys, she's never making eye contact. So that's the most uncomfortable thing about this. She's literally looking over to
Keisha. It's a different camera angle. That's all that is. To her defense, it's just where she's looking to talk to you from her camera lens. Wherever it could be a camera that's right here and she's recording another view right here. You know what I mean? Tasha looks like she's looking straight on to one camera and one camera only. So let's not get caught up in
something.
Where she's looking.
And it almost seems as if she's reading. If I'm talking to you, why am I looking over here? Like she's doing this. This is how her eyes are going. She's
Keisha showing her age with that. Which I ain't mad. I ain't mad at it.
She may make some subtle looks every now and again, but her whole presence is looking off to another area of the room. And I'm surprised Tasha didn't call that and say, what are you looking at?
I don't hide anything from my husband. This is my husband. So anything that I do, anything that I'm going to say, like this interview.
Why do I care so much? Why do all these content creators care about this? Because it's provocative. Gets the people going. You know what I'm talking about? But honestly, I've only spoken about this, maybe twice on my own channel. This is the third time on my channel. A couple times on Lucky's channel. But I have seen some content creators, this is the only thing that they're talking about. every single day. Every single day. This is the only thing that they are discussing right now. I think I'm being very smooth with how I'm showing up for this situation. But I think people care so much because of the perception that Anton tries to put out there. Right? He tries to make it seem like he's this super, noble and morally high person that operates from a high moral standard, and then we get all of this. So yeah, that's why we care. But who cares? Why you care that I care? But I just wanted to call that out.
Or anything else that I do, my husband is aware of.
Right, best.
This hoe is either using ChatGPT to answer these questions or something is prompting her, because hopefully she puts this on YouTube, but y'all got to see her motion and how she's looking. It's literally over here. She's saying, my husband is a part of everything I do. Like, why are you not looking this way, ma'am?
Excuse me.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Is it worth your reputation being tarnished online? You having to contact platforms such as myself to clear your name? Is you hanging with another man? We've never seen your husband. This is the first time we're hearing about it. Is this worth your reputation? You say you know, DC is a very small town. I'm familiar with DC and a lot of the money that walks around DC. I know the people, especially the Black people. There's not too many of them around there that make money like that. So they're gonna know you when you pop up on this platform. So what I'm saying is it worth your reputation to have to get out here and defend that you're not sleeping with him?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And again, like I said, everything that I've done with Anton has been all business dealings.
And we now know that's a bold-faced lie.
Before we started the call, your manager was on the phone with you. Mm-hmm. I was shocked that you had a manager.
Okay.
Do you know why?
No, I don't know why.
Because you have no movement.
Damn.
Okay.
I didn't get a manager, my first manager, until like 200,000. Like, and that was, you don't have any movement. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, you have a manager. That was a little taken aback for me, because I was like, you have absolutely, like, you're in spaces, but you don't have any movement.
Let's just break that down. What Tasha said, you have no movement. This is all about the money game. This is what it's about. You have a manager for what? Girl, you don't even have enough subscribers. You don't have.
I think maybe she has a manager for her music. Y'all know she a rapper and a singer. And so am I. Well, I don't call myself a rapper. I can rap, but I don't, that's not. Anyway, and I fuck with that. That's why I took it a little bit easy, because she's an artist. I'm an artist. I get it. Maybe that's where the managing part came in. Maybe. I don't know. But fuck a manager, baby. You need PR. You need a PR team. And fast.
Enough followers. It don't work like that. Managers need to get paid. So are you telling me you have a real manager that is working with you, but you have no motion, is what she's saying. Motion is you don't have enough going on that would facilitate you having a manager. It doesn't make any sense. This girl is full of shit. And she is, again, clout chasing again. And let me see if I can show y'all. I don't know if I can show y'all, because sometimes it kind of glares off. In this interview, she's literally looking the other way. Like I said, hopefully she'll publish it, so everybody can actually see it.
What I'm saying is, and I'm not speaking down on you. He said something to you that kind of raised my eyebrows. He said, "Remember what I told you," and you were like, "I got it." What did he mean by that?
Well, first of all, this would be the first time that I would have to talk to someone to actually interview about anything that may be semi-personal or even my business dealings. So again, that's something that he has to talk to me about. And that's something that a manager does, especially a manager that absolutely knows the business, because my manager don't tell me shit. He works for me. Well, okay, well, my manager is very experienced. So again, if this is something that I'm doing for the first time, you talk to your client about what to expect, what is going on, and so forth. Okay. So what did he tell you about me? He didn't tell me anything about you. He told me what to expect on an interview. Okay. All right. Which led to, you know, my platform is big. And Micca, I've been doing this a long time. Okay. And I've dealt with a lot of personalities. And this is the first that I've heard of a woman being dragged across social media for being in some, I would consider as a wife. I don't know how Anton Daniels' wife do things, but I'm from the South. I don't give a damn how pretty you are. I don't give a damn if you're an ugly bitch. Niggas will hit an ugly bitch before they'll hit a pretty bitch any day, okay?
My godmama used to say, pussy ain't got no face. I did not know what she meant by that when she first told me that. But yeah, exactly. If it's a hole, they gonna go.
All I'm saying is, this is the first time that I've seen a dynamic like this, and now you guys are doing business trips together. Your husband is nowhere near. We do not do business trips together.
I had to stop it there. Tasha says you guys are doing business trips together. Okay. We don't know where they've been before, but she clearly stated that she has went to Anton's hometown, Detroit, at least 3 times. Is that not a business trip? Or maybe y'all, I mean, wouldn't you call it a business trip? Now, we know that she went with Anton to Corey Holcomb's show. Was that not a business trip? You see how this girl is deflecting and lying?
Not deflecting. Yes, she is deflecting, Keisha. Deflecting hard.
Only person that does that is somebody that's trying to cover something up. Well, listen to what she says when Tasha says you guys are going on business trips together.
Said you guys met up and he was in town for a basketball game.
No, what I said, no ma'am. What I said was I went to Detroit. You said taking business trips together.
Is that not a business trip?
No. You said we took business trips together and we never took.
Did you go to Detroit?
Did she not go to Corey's show? So let's say, I guess what she's saying, since she went to him, they didn't take a business trip together.
Right.
But did they not both go to LA? Because she doesn't live in LA. Anton doesn't live in LA. Wouldn't that be a business trip together? But she's fighting for her life and saying, we didn't go on a business trip together. What is the relevance in lying? Because we know that you and him went to Corey Holcomb's show together. We know that. You have addressed that. But she's saying we didn't. What is going on here?
See him?
And that's what I'm saying. It's the lies for no reason. And this is the price you pay for clout. You end up lying for no reason about why you did certain things to get the clout or the recognition or the followers, whatever you did, whatever your reason was to move the way you were to get whatever it is that you got. This is the price you pay when you just out here doing anything.
For business?
I went to Detroit. Correct.
Okay, so that is, and then you guys went to a Detroit basketball game and sat courtside.
Correct.
Okay, and you did other things out together on a business trip, correct?
No. So from there, went right back to the studio.
And his wife didn't mind you going along to the game?
No, I told you, his wife understands his business dealings, and she's there 90% of the time, if not 999.
Well, she wasn't there in LA when y'all went to the Corey Holcomb show. So stop the lies, Micca.
% of the time. She's just usually off camera.
But she wasn't with you that day at the game.
No, she was not.
Your husband could take another woman to a basketball game?
Tasha, we're not here to talk about.
You can't say that his wife is always there, but in these major events, why is he not taking his wife to the game for a business deal? You know what I'm saying? If she's there 99% of the time, why wasn't he there with y'all at Corey Holcomb? If she's there and part of his business, why you moving around like how she should be moving around with him? That don't make no sense, babe.
My husband.
No. I'm here to talk about your character.
Okay, well, my character is A1 because this is a woman. I've talked to his wife in person. She met me the first day I came out, and I can tell you that I have no
question. Can your husband take another woman that looks like you to a basketball game?
If my husband was doing business as I'm doing it, or as Anton is doing, or something that deals in that arena, yes, he just can't go to one. But again, Tasha, we're here to talk about me.
Deflection.
My character, again, is A1 because I'm squared away with the wife.
I don't think you have a husband. I think that's a safe word for you.
No, well, Tasha, you can, I'm sorry.
Oh my God. Not it's a safe word. Tasha K. Well, it has now been confirmed that she is married. There is a husband out there. I don't want to say too much on my thoughts before I play a video of her husband, but it's a very interesting couple. I will say that.
You can think what you want.
She said, I don't think you have a husband. And I don't think you have one either, ma'am, because I don't need to, tell the world I'm married. But the fact that people start thinking that I'm, messing with somebody else's husband, that's the first thing. Hold on. I got a husband. You would notice in this interview, she has on a ring on her finger or whatever the ring finger is, honey. I don't remember. But anywho, now she mysteriously has a ring on. I don't believe she got a husband either. I think this is something that they came up with, and that this is, whatever type of relationship that they have going on. But that was going to be the deterrence. Hey, I got a husband, but you don't have no pictures of your husband on your social media. You talking about you protecting him, but you the woman, no, he protects you. It doesn't make any sense.
Think, but I'm telling you the truth. I can't help what you think.
But because you don't move like a married woman.
Okay, well, I understand what you think, Tasha, and I understand how you feel. But again, I am.
You don't move.
And the way you skated around that question,
no,
it's like you bring up the husband, you don't feel comfortable talking about it, and then you pick, coincidentally, after the internet has dragged you my platform, which is very big, to say that now you have this invisible husband that no one knows about.
A lot of people know about my husband. I'm from a small town, so a lot of people know about my husband. And
if there's a husband, I can find out about it. I can't do it right now, but I can. You do know that,
right? That's absolutely fine. But
I'm just
again,
if there's no husband, and you say that there's a husband, and maybe there's some issues with the husband, then I got the report. Because now you don't open up Pandora's box.
Tasha, there's no issue with the husband. I've answered every question that you've asked, and I've answered it truthfully. I have a husband.
You haven't answered anything truthfully, sis. You haven't.
Do you think your relationship with Anton is deemed as publicly appropriate?
Great question.
Yes, I've never done anything with Anton that has not been business.
That wasn't the question. And you have done things with Anton that are outside of business. The question was, do you think the portrayal of you and Anton's relationship, is it appropriate to the public? The answer is quite literally no. No. The way that he handles himself on his own platform is inappropriate as a married man. That's what I'm saying. You had so many opportunities, Micca, to just be honest about the situation, but you're so focused on clearing your name that you're making your name worse. Because you're not, I'm saying the same shit over and over again. You're not being honest. You know it's inappropriate to be hugged up, boob to chest, as a married woman with a married man. Excuse me. You know that it's inappropriate to be sitting courtside at night with a man. You know this. You know it's inappropriate to be flying to different cities, going to other platforms and not telling your husband about it, or telling him some a little bit, but not everything. You know? Come on now. All right, we're gonna play a little bit more of this and then we wrap it.
You or flirted with you?
Absolutely not. He does not proposition me.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
And that's what when Tasha should have said, but he propositioned you to get your ass to Corey Holcomb, though. It made you look like a fool.
All right, well, listen, I wasn't going to come on here and just let you, say what you wanted to say. I had to pressure you a little bit.
I understand.
I'm just saying you wouldn't be around my nigga. I'm just
All right. Enough of that, y'all. Make sure you are hitting the like and sharing and doing all of the things. Please, thank you so much for being here. We are at 3 hours and 40 minutes now. I wanted to play. What time is it? Oh, I got to be up early, y'all. I have to go to my nephew's basketball game in the morning. So I don't want to be on here too much longer. I'm going to come back and do a part 2, though. I'm going to do a part 2. And we're going to then unpack Anton's interview with Tasha K. We're going to unpack the video of them in the hotel room together and really get to the nitty-gritty, because after all that has been put out, she has lost all credibility. And Anton has not had her back one time. Not one time. And it's like, yeah, because we're gonna be here for another hour and a half. I gotta go to bed. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight. It was fun for me. This was just kind of going back and unpacking the first interviews that she had to just see how she could have done a lot better. She could have done a lot better had she been more prepared, and she was just being honest. The next time we pull up, we'll unpack everything else that has happened since these interviews. I want to thank y'all so much for being here tonight. Let me pull up my music one more time, since we're about to get up out of here. I hope you guys had a good time. Again, I appreciate you all being here. I will be back very soon. I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna be busy tomorrow, and Monday we'll go live again. Monday we'll go live and we'll get to talking about the aftermath, okay, of all of this. So make sure you hit your notification bell so you can stay reminded every time that I'll go live. And once again, you guys, we are growing. We are glowing. Thank you so much to the new subscribers. Thank you for everybody that continues to come back and support. Until next time, beautiful people, I love you so much. Bye.